You couldn't turn around without making it a whole thing. I mean, you could do that in your sleep. We all turn around. We go to the cool side of the pillow, son. I'm pretending I'm going to the cool side of the pillow, and then I'm just popping one eye open. You're all fucking over there? You're all fucking?
And here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Guys, welcome to episode 173 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
What's up, Juac?
You know my guy on the other end.
And that fool Blazer, Ramon.
On the other end, as always. Jonni. And we are
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Where is this crowd? People see us, but they don't see the crowd. And trust me, that is a real crowd, and they do exist. And they're clapping for us.
Recorded before a live studio audience.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Man. I never fathomed that with TV shows like Fresh Prince and shit, where they always said, recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Studio,
yeah. And
that's got to be tough.
But you don't believe it?
No. I mean, as a kid, when I was watching it as a kid. Now I completely understand. But back then, it's just
I understand what a studio audience is.
They're just laughing on cue and all that shit. It's like
that's got to be a shitty way to watch a TV show, though. Like if you're really a fan of a show and you go to like a live taping of like Seinfeld, where they could be multiple takes of a stupid lie. Like you're not.
And every single time it's somebody saying
there.
Laugh.
Right.
Laugh.
Yeah, it's got to be like watching a sports game live. It's so much better. You have such a better view when you just watch that shit at home, like on TV. But when you're there, like it's a different vibe, and you feel different things, and it's a good time in its own right. But there's no better view of any sports game than just watching on TV.
No, I missed that one chance. I think I told that story, but yeah, I missed the one chance of being on the Jimmy Fallon show. That would have been fun. That would have been fun.
For sure.
That was the only opportunity that I would have had to do something like that, where it's a recording in front of a live audience. I'd like to do that sometime.
They only have the applause sign at the Jimmy Fallon show.
Well, that's different because it's not takes, right? It's not multiple takes.
Nah. I mean, they do
it in just
one go?
I
guess they don't typically like stop to redo a joke or something like that, but they do break, and they do sometimes reset to do something a second time. I'm trying to remember what they did, because there was definitely one thing that it was like the little game or whatever that he does between the monologue and the first interview.
Yeah,
they did have to do it twice. But yeah, no. I mean, either way, like, it's one of those things. I feel like a lot of those places have gone away from the actual laugh sign. Maybe I'm wrong, because I mean,
it's possible. I haven't seen a sitcom though, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know that I don't think I've ever sat in on a real sitcom. I think I only did like the way back in the day. There was the Nickelodeon Studios.
I did that. I feel
like there was a fake TV show that you would sit in on, but I don't think they were actually, at the time at least, because based on the Nickelodeon documentary that we all saw, that was a live studio, and they did actually do shows. But I think when I did the studio tour thing, and I sat in the audience or whatever, I don't think they were actually filming a real show. I think it was just
it was bullshit.
For the tour.
I did that same fucking thing when I was there, and it was just like almost like a mock Double Dare type of game that we were watching, and they had me do a survey after. Like, they took me into this room and they asked me questions about what I saw, if I liked it, and then I remember them giving me a $20 bill, a fucking crispy 20 for taking this survey. And I remember bringing it to my mom and being like, I'm gonna buy something with it. It was super dope. And they had the tour. I went to the Gullah Gullah Island set, if you guys recall.
That's cool.
Gullah Gullah.
Yep, definitely.
Binya Pollywog.
My son, remember the concept of money at that age it's hilarious because my son, he just turned 7. He had his birthday party. My dad stopped by.
Oh, we got some bread.
Gave him $100, but handed it right to him. And he just looked at me like, holy shit.
He's like, what do I do with this? What do I do? Dad, take this. I don't know what to.
He put it. He's like, no, he knew exactly what he wanted to do. He's like, I'm gonna go get my wallet. I'm putting it in my wallet. I'm like, all right. So then when my dad left, I helped him. He had a couple other bills in there. He had like $40 in there.
Damn. Okay.
And I counted it out for him. He's like, I was like, hey, you have $140, and he's like, I'm rich, and I'm like, I was like, you're not rich, but you're not broke, so that's good. That's a good thing.
Just so happens that's your share of the rent, bud. So Dad's gonna take this.
Nah, it's just I remember being that young. And
oh hell yeah, bro! I used to get $2 a week for allowance for watering the garden, and when I had that $2 son, I was fucking Bill Gates, dog. I was going up to the fucking corner store, getting Gushers,
back then, though,
all kinds of wild
back then $2 would have got you so much shit. Nowadays, not so much.
I would get my allowance on Friday. I'd go up there Saturday morning with my homies. We'd grab all kinds of shit. Brown bag full of, stash it in the my bedroom somewhere, like hiding it, and just munch it all weekend. That shit would be gone by Monday.
You know what I used to do, son? I used to go to my corner store, and they would have penny candies, which were
lemon heads,
footies. Nah, the Tootsie Roll footies, like the flavored ones.
Oh,
and I used to spend $1, and I used to buy 100 of them, and then I used to toss them so the other kids, toss them to the peasants.
It's like a hood Willy Wonka, just
exactly.
shooting.
It's just like,
who can make the sun
y'all got it. Here, y'all got it. Fucking peons.
The Candyman can.
You got nothing on this dollar bill.
Oh man, those were the days.
Damn, but you used to make the corner store person count out 100 fucking
facts.
Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah, facts.
I was a kid.
100 pennies.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And then he goes outside and he's Nino Brown handing out fucking turkeys.
In my mind, he was just another peon that was just serving me, son.
Facts.
Word.
Like, I got a whole $1, bro. You working for $1. I got
like,
this
what are you talking about, bro? I just bought 100 of these candies. You're gonna count this shit out for me, son.
This is legal.
Who knows?
Tender.
He probably just gave me a scoop and didn't even count the shit.
Right. You were totally at 76, bro.
He's like, this motherfucker can't count. I can tell.
Yep. Well, that wasn't for me to care about. That was for the extra
problem.
2 or 3 kids that were sitting there that didn't get the candy.
Mm-hmm. Damn,
could have, bro, but this peon over here fucked you over.
Right. Those got to be a nickel now, at least, right?
Yeah, I know. I probably. There's no such thing as penny candies, I'm sure.
Hell no.
They're not doing that. There's not even a dollar store, son. Everything's $1.25.
That's wild. Yeah.
This world.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Every dollar store around here is always, and it's probably the same up there too. It was $1, and it's 99 cents and up.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that's 99 cents anymore, of course.
Now, even Five Below is now Five Below and beyond.
And beyond.
They merged with Bed Bath, and they only took the Beyond
part. Bed Bath and Beyond, I think they're closing, or they closed.
That's what I'm saying. They only took the Beyond part. They let the Bed Bath shut down.
Yeah, I went into a Five Below recently, and that was the thing. It was like everything on this side of that wall is $5 or less, but once you get to the other side,
like the most of the store.
Yeah, pretty much. It's bad, but whatever, man. Times they are a changing.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
I remember I used to get a whole car for $2.50.
Yep.
Let's get you to bed, Grandpa.
Yep. When I was your age, I had this, that, and the third. It's like, bitch, because that shit costs about the price of a value meal right now.
Penny candy.
Right. Anyway, let's not get into that so early in the episode.
Boomers. Yeah, don't get me started on boomers.
Dave, what do you have for us?
Question.
All right, fellas. This question, I don't know. This was from Juac. I don't know if it was sent to him by somebody or where it came from.
I think it was just like on the internet somewhere.
Oh, okay. We just stealing shit like we always be doing.
Yeah, that's what we do.
If you guys realized that your whole life has been a dream up to this point, would you choose to wake up or keep dreaming? Would you just let it ride?
So like in theoretically, if like Morpheus came up to you and gave you the option of staying and told you everything is a lie and, you know, take the red pill or the blue pill, would you want to, you know, forget about it all to know what the truth is? Or would you rather live in this dream? For me, because I thought about it, right? The reasons why I would want to stay in the dream are like, you know, the obvious things, family, you know, my kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it would bug me knowing that they're not real.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's if they're not real, I want to know what the truth. Yeah, what is real? What are we talking about here?
So you stick it out. You stay in the dream with your kids, even though you know that they're not real.
No, I think it's the fact that that they're not real. I would probably want to know what the truth is.
Oh, so we're waking up.
But
I would wake up. I could come back at any time if that's the case, right?
I feel like once you wake up, it's gone, baby. It's gone.
Yeah.
So Dave said the question, but technically it's Juac's question. So
It is
Juac
Juac's
rephrased it in more of a Matrix.
That's how I understand. No, that's how I understood it. That's how I understood it.
Okay. Well, the only reason I say is because, like, if it's Matrix style, where it's red pill, blue pill. Red pill, you wake up, you can't go back. Blue pill, you go to sleep and you forget that even existed. So you wouldn't remember that your kids were fake. So that whole thing about the kids, you know, it bothering you that they're not real, you wouldn't know because you took the blue pill.
It's just your life. That's how it is.
Yeah,
you could have already taken
just
the
go
pill.
back on living
Could be in it right
the
now.
way that everything was before. You forget you ever met Morpheus.
Right. That's if you go. Yeah, if you choose to stay within the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you choose.
So
to
it would
stay within
only
the dream.
bother you for those 5 minutes of you making the decision.
Correct.
Then after
That's
that,
true.
But knowing me, that would be my
that would
thought,
be the reason
right?
why. Yeah.
That would be my logic, right? If someone told me, I mean, you don't have to use the Morpheus thing, but that's just how I understood it,
No, for sure.
right? Someone comes up to you and tells you, yo, here is proof that you are living in a dream, and I'm offering you the opportunity to wake up and know what's really going on. And will you take it? Like, my first thought is, if I'm living in a dream, then everything in this world that I care about is not real to begin with.
Right.
I don't think my life is that dope where I would just want to go back into it and keep living for, you know, like whatever it is. Like if I'm Brad Pitt, if I'm fucking, you know, if I'm somebody crazy and I'm living this lavish life and it's amazing, hell yeah, I want to go back. But like, yeah, once somebody tells you, hey, this isn't the truth, what the fuck is the truth? Like now I need to know, because
that's why I say like the only things that would make me quite like want to stay would be, you know, seeing my kids and, you know, growing up and all that stuff. So that'd be the only thing. But it would bug me to know that none of this is real, and I would want to wake up. Yeah. And yes, I'm not a fucking millionaire living some lavish life where every day in the Matrix is like this amazing experience where I could do what I fucking want. But you know, maybe then I'd be like, I
feel like it's
like
tougher
my dream.
with kids though. Even though you know it's not real, like you still like, even you've woken up for dreams, like from dreams before, where it literally felt like
I was sad as fuck
something
when I realized
happened,
it wasn't real.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like dreams have that ability to make you feel that shit, dude. And like that's a tough thing.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think of it in instead of the Matrix, I think of it in a silo way. And the reason I say it that way is because spoiler alert. If you haven't seen Silo,
the Silo spoiler coming in. Plug yours.
I say it in that way because someone did present her with everything here is fake, and you've been living a lie. Mm-hmm. So then she basically took the pill, and then when she gets outside, she's like, "This fucking sucks." It is a lie, but it's also not. It's not the lie that I thought it was.
Right.
And then there's no going back.
So you're taking the chance that
I think
your real life could be shitty, and you got it pretty good right now. So why fuck with it?
Pretty good, but I mean good enough that
good enough for sure. And I don't want to seem like I don't appreciate
if the world is
everything
a dream, it's probably not a good world.
You're not in the You're not in the basement of the fucking silo, fucking fixing fixing all the.
But even if you are, I feel like that's a better life than living in a spacesuit trying to survive.
Trying to figure out what the fuck is going to happen next.
Yeah.
And knocking on doors of other silos and trying to get in before you suffocate and die.
See, that's why I like the concept of the Matrix better than fucking Silo. Okay?
Well, same difference.
Johnny,
okay, well then we'll go back to the Matrix. You wake up in the real world and you're not Neo, so you have no superpowers. You're just fucking Jada Pinkett Smith.
Not even. You're one of those dudes that make the gruel that they fucking eat every day. Like you're the cook on the fucking Nebuchadnezzar.
Right.
Fuck all that.
Nah, those are the guys that were living, that were born on the real world, in the real world.
The worm?
I said those are the guys that were born in the real world.
Oh, that. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
so
they were making the slop.
you're the mouse guy.
You're
that was his name,
Dozer.
Mouse, right? The programmer.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
He got shot up first.
You wake up and shit. This is the real world.
Yeah.
This fucking sucks.
This blows. Yeah. Do you chance it?
I don't know. Honestly, I think I might just stay dreaming.
Yeah, it could come down to, I forgot his real name, but he goes, ignorance is bliss. He wants to go back.
Joe Pantoliano?
Yeah. Was it Psylocke? No.
Possibly. I don't know.
That sounds familiar. I don't
Psylocke,
remember.
I think, is from something else.
Yeah, but it's a real.
What was
that's a
Joey
character
Pants'
somewhere.
character?
Joey Pants.
Cypher.
That was it. I knew it sounded cool. Cypher.
Yeah.
They had cool names.
Yeah, you're right.
in the
Ignorance is bliss, man. Give me a fat, juicy steak. Don't let me forget how that tastes, because there's no such thing as steak in the real world. It's just gruel.
Yeah.
It's only cool if you're Neo. Like if you're Neo, then you're like, fuck it, I'll use my powers and make the world better and fight justice.
But we all make the decision thinking that we're gonna be Neo.
Exactly. When you wake up and you're not, you're like, fuck, I don't even know how to see. I got no eyes.
Yeah, I guess I'll keep dreaming. I don't want to take any chances. But maybe I'm like an Iranian prince or something when I wake up. Maybe this shit is just crazy balling.
See, it could be instead of, to throw another scenario, I think Musk was one of the guys that believes in this, and many others, right, is that we're just living in a VR simulation, right? So it could be that you are a VR avatar in this, incredibly programmatic world that's so lifelike, and you wake up and it's like a normal world, and you are a Iranian prince that was just like chilling because he didn't want to enjoy his monies anymore in this futuristic world, or maybe you're just like some random chick, probably some fat chick in her mom's basement or something.
Yeah. Or that cop getting railed by 6 dudes at the precinct. You never know who you're going to be.
Yeah.
Jeez. Since you put it that way, leave me in the fucking
VR, I think, would be different. It would be way different. You wake up and you could be anyone versus being the same person.
I wouldn't like that. I like waking up as me.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah, you wake up in the post-apocalyptic world of Ready Player One, where everyone's in VR and shit.
Or The Last of Us. You could be in a real shitty place.
That would really suck.
That would suck.
Yeah, I don't want to be in like a zombie world.
Right.
No,
right.
Nobody would. I feel like if we were in a zombie world, though, even now, even us in the dream, we'd be in danger because our body is somewhere.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, you could be like in a protected hyperbaric chamber or something.
I like that idea.
I'm just keep adding on to this.
No, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
That's what we do. We build out this unrealistic fucking dream.
All right.
Yeah. Go ahead. What's the next one? Thanks.
All right, guys. What is the best accidental nudity you've ever seen? And I'll kick this off. I will go first just to give you an example of sort of what I'm talking about. So when I was younger, I used to go to my cousin's house. He lived in the city, the northwest part of the city.
This is already starting mad sus.
His mom used to babysit us, so we all hung out in this neighborhood. This same neighborhood. We made friends with a lot of the kids there. We'd all hang out at each other's houses. We were going on a slip and slide at this one kid's house and just, having a crazy good time. Like, it was a hot summer day. His mom was outside watching us, obviously making sure that nobody got killed or kidnapped. And she's laying out. She's like tanning while we're on the slip and slide. We're going back and forth. And she did one of those, like, the chicks do this with the bikini bottoms, where, it might be giving them a wedgie or something, where they kind of stretch out the bottom to, like, to undo it from themselves. So it's basically, she stretched out the bottom of her bikini, and I saw this full pussy shot as, like, I would say I was 10, 11, something like that, in that age. And that was the first, like, live bush vagina that I had ever seen before. And still to this day, I could draw you a fucking picture of it if I had to. And that was very awesome.
Special.
And like, the mom she's pretty good looking. And I was just a little kid. Like, I didn't know really what hot was, but she popped that shit and I was like, damn. Like I said, my cousin saw it too. And we were like, yo, you remember that bush that one time? We were like 10.
Oh, okay.
He knows.
Okay. I missed
he
that.
knows.
But it wasn't your cousin's mom.
No, it was a friend. It was some kid in the neighbor. My cousin's mom would be my fucking aunt. So yeah,
That's
it was
like,
not
you
my.
mean your aunt?
Yes, this is not an Aunt Bush story.
That would be
It was just a hot MILF of one of the kids in the neighborhood that we lived in. I guess I misguided it with the cousin thing. I shouldn't have led with that.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I have any.
You've never seen a nipple slip, a upskirt, nothing? What kind of fucking commune did you grow up in? Father Joaquin over here.
No, I mean, I just don't remember
all the nudity
seeing.
He saw was on purpose.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, accidental was like, oh shit, that's a titty.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I have one of those. Nothing that sticks out to me right now.
Wow. Okay.
I don't think I have a story like that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no, I'm bummed out now because this is something I missed out on in my life.
There's no titties in the hood. Titties don't pop out when you're fucking on the block. Okay. I'm glad I grew up in the suburbs, dog.
I mean, I remember it was nothing was accidental. Like, I remember times where I was just
getting a fight and their ass hangs out. Nothing.
I remember hanging out with a chick and I jokingly told her like pop your titty out real quick.
Jokingly? You're like, nah, don't really do it.
Because we were talking, we were fucking around, and
just pop your titty out.
and she actually just like pulled out her full shit. And I was just like, oh shit, I didn't know you was actually gonna do that.
Damn, I was just playing, but good looks.
Yeah, I was just joking around, but there was a couple times like that.
How old were you?
Do
you remember?
I was probably like, I don't know, 16, 17.
33, 34, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. 33, 34. Shit, that was just last week.
That was my girl. It's like, hey. It's like, all right. It's
just in conversation. Yo, can I see that real quick? She's like, what are you talking about?
Fine. Sure. Here you go. She pops it out. She pops back in. She's like, go take the fucking garbage out. You saw a titty. Are you happy?
I just turned around and I looked at my son. I was like, saw your mom's titty.
Saw your mom's titty. And you like give him one of these like you're going to fucking sneak him. He's like, shut. And you take the garbage out like a grown-ass man.
Nah. That's probably like the closest, but nothing accidental where it was just like, oh, shit. Like I witnessed some shit. One thing, though, I didn't see anything, but I remember sleeping over my cousin's house, right? And my cousins are younger than me, but our older cousin slept over. I guess he was living with them for a while. And he brought his girlfriend over in the middle of the night. And he thought we were all sleeping. And, of course, you know, in that we're all in the same room. And I got the thing over me. He just starts fucking his girl while we're all in the room. So I'm hearing this motherfucker clapping cheeks. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, what the fuck? I wish I would have caught a glimpse of her, but no.
You might have been sexually assaulted, son.
I was not involved in it. It was happening.
I mean, you were there within earshot. You were in the room. You were basically part of that, dog.
If you knew my cousin, rest in peace, you know, bless the dead because he passed away. But if you knew my cousin, he was fucking wild, bro. Anytime I chill with him, he's the first person that was just like, yo, you see this little piece of paper, this little square? This shit is gonna make me see some weird shit. I'm like, wait, I'm chilling with y'all. How the fuck am I gonna get home, bro?
How am I gonna get his my man's worried about getting home?
Yeah, I was young.
Who's taking me home?
He's like, this paper? Little square right here makes me see some wild shit.
Mom, they're eating
luckily
paper.
That was a dud.
Can
so
you come pick me up, please.
Luckily that shit was a dud because it never hit him.
Oh, that sucks.
It does suck.
We've all been
I know what it is now.
Graphing paper before.
Yeah. So anyway, he smashed his girl. I know it's not a fucking spectacular story. I ain't get to see anything or anything like that.
Like
but
open one eye, just take a little peek.
I wanted to. It's just like I was turned around. That's where I fucked up, right?
Oh, so you couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't turn around without making it a whole thing. I mean, you could do that in your sleep. We all turn. We go to the cool side of the pillow, son. I'm pretending I'm going to the cool side of the pillow, and then I'm just popping one eye open. You're all fucking over there? You're all fucking? And once he busts, you're like, 3.5 minutes? That's really all you got? All right. Damn, you go back to sleep.
Like, you whack as a bitch.
Whack is like, is she trying to come over here real quick? Laying my bed?
Need a little bit more? I got another 4 minutes for you.
Juac will finish you off. I got you, boo.
Another 4 minutes for you. Maybe even 2.
45 seconds. Got you. Johnny, any accidental nudity on your end?
I'm trying to think of like childhood stuff. Like if it did happen, it must have not been
impactful,
as
right?
Imprinted in my mind as yours. Like I feel like there was a like a down blouse type thing where like it was probably I feel like there was a lady from church. I can't remember if it was like an older young person. Like
an older young person.
I'm trying to think.
You know, like, back then, that was a 30-year-old.
Like between 18 and 30.
Okay.
Or if it was like someone's mom. But I do kind of feel like I remember someone, not at church, but at like one of the picnic things, like bending over to pick someone up or to grab something, and then like totally seeing like a full titty with nipple and be like, holy shit, that was
a titty.
That was a full titty.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if this counts the same, because I technically is accidental, but I don't know that she was embarrassed. So there was so when I was in college, my freshman year, one of my roommates, we both pledged the same frat, and I was way more committed than he was. And so after like maybe 2 or 3 weeks of it or so, he was kind of like, like he was kind of over
pussy.
the toughness part. And I had to travel. We were all supposed to travel to Cornell, and meet some other pledge class kids and do our activities and stuff. And he was like, "Oh, I'm sick. I can't make it," or whatever. So on the way back, they were supposed to drop me off, and my pledge dean was like, "Let's go inside and check on Ellie." And I was like, "Oh shit!" I know in my head, I was like, "I know Ellie's in there with his girl. Like, I know he's not sick, so he's got to be in there with his girl." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, yeah, let's go inside.
Let's do it."
Yeah,
So-
make up a thing for him.
There was no cell
Yeah,
phones.
there's
I
no
don't-
way-
Well,
yeah.
I think I had a cell phone, but I wasn't allowed to like use it.
Yeah,
Text messages were $70
Yeah,
a
text
piece.
messages were definitely not a big thing at that time. I had no way of really signaling him, and so it was like, yeah, we went upstairs, and I tried to like jiggle the handle loudly, let him know that
Ace Ventura style. Give him a little jiggle jiggle.
They didn't give a fuck. But I unlocked the door. I opened the door, and the lights were off at that time. But I definitely, he gets up and he's like, "Oh shit," and then she gets up, and I was like, fuck, I knew his girl. So when you're pledging, you weren't supposed to have any
Relations?
sexual relations.
Oh shit!
During the pledge process.
That's why
so
I'm
his
not
girl
in the
gets
frat.
up, and I immediately see. First, I see her form in the shadow of the window. I was like, "Oh, damn, that's his girl. I'm pretty sure she's naked." And then my pledge dean turns the light on, and I was like, "Oh yeah, she's definitely naked."
Definitely naked. So
But
full
she
on
didn't,
naked,
like,
or she covered. She was, like,
I think she
covered.
might have had bottom shorts on. Yeah, she did. She had like little short shorts, but no top.
Okay.
But she also like didn't like, "Oh my gosh," she didn't cover up. She was just like got up and she was like,
Hey.
"Fuck," and then she just like got up and like
I
walked
respect the hell out of that.
slowly over to the couch and grabbed
someone
her
who's-
shirt and put it on and then walked out of the
That's
room.
someone who is confident in
Cheers.
her body.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
she
like that.
She had a pretty smoking
She's-
body. So.
He was
He's
like,
like, "I remember."
she should be. She should
Smoking.
be.
Yeah, she,
All right.
very confident, no problem.
I'll allow that. That's perfectly.
He said, "I'll allow that." And you were
I
probably
do remember, embedded in the mind.
tracks.
and you were deprived for quite some time.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
So that made the spank bank.
He still remembers it. That's a long ass time
exactly.
ago.
It's a long ass time ago.
He pictured her
Yeah, that
form
was,
in the moonlight and shit.
1999.
My man.
I imagine
Just
the
before
silhouette.
Y2K.
That was like March of 99, I'm going to say.
Innocent times. All right.
Facts.
Last question. So this is kind of topical.
Sure.
If you were a music artist performing on stage, would you rather be hit by something that was thrown at you or fall off the stage or like through the stage because you didn't know, you weren't paying attention to where the fuck you were going? Which would you prefer if you were performing for a crowd?
Hit by something thrown at me.
You'd rather have somebody else
Because
be
that's not my
responsible?
fucking fault. Yeah, it's not my fault.
But you look
There's
like the
less-
biggest fucking asshole when something hits your face, regardless of whether it's your fault. Like those videos that we've been seeing of multiple artists
Sure,
on stage
sure.
recently being hit by something. You look like the biggest dipshit. Even if you try to play it off like, "Hey, who's throwing the shit?"
It
Like,
always it's you look like the biggest dipshit if you're a fucking guy that gets hit in the fucking face with the shit. Because like
Which
BB
you would
Rexa or
be.
whatever her name is, she got recently.
Yeah, I don't know how to say her name.
is it BB or Bebe?
I
thought it was
don't know
BB.
how to
Yeah,
say her name.
I don't know either. I've
I
never
thought it was
seen
BB.
anybody.
Anyway,
say
we'll just say for the
Rexa,
conversation.
Bebe
BB
Rexa.
Bebe sounds
Rexa?
good.
I don't know.
She got hit. Someone threw something and
Yeah.
she got hit in the face and like black eye, everything. Like
Shit was fucked
And-
up. Yeah.
And everyone obviously clamors for her, like, "Oh my God, that's assault!" Blah blah blah.
Right.
You know,
She's
but
a
if it's
girl.
a dude, it's just like, "Oh, you seen Drake get hit in the face
Right.
by whatever the fuck that was? That bitch ass motherfucker. He a pussy. I would have went into the crowd."
Right.
But still, I don't know. Whenever they fall off stage, that shit look like it hurt. Fucking break a leg.
Think it
like,
don't get hurt hitting with a fucking smartphone in your dome that somebody chucked from God knows
yeah,
where
but
in the
still.
stadium, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Oof.
break like, I don't want to break my leg. I don't want to, like, falling off stage just looks like it. And it's 100%, like, looking back, like, it's 100%. What a fucking idiot. Like, there was an obvious fucking hole right there. That was the edge of the stage. You fucking dumbass.
But sometimes it's like a trap door, like in this, like it could be all kinds of weird shit. Like you could be performing on, you're at different venues on every fucking tour. Like it might not be exactly the same. It could happen to fucking anybody.
I'm sure. But still, you still look like less of a dipshit if you get hit with some shit. And then you can even, if you're that much of a machismo man, you can even be like, who the fuck did that shit? And then the crowd is like, not me, it was him. And then bring him the fuck over here.
Is that what you would do if you got hit? You would try to get to the bottom of it while you were trying to like hold your shit together? You'd be heated?
Probably.
If we're doing a pod somewhere and somebody hits you with a fucking phone and
that's how you can save face. You can't save face if you just walk off the bitch. You walk off the stage.
All right.
And then even if you get right back up and start doing, the shuffle, you can't now. You just look even stupider.
You agree with that, Jonni?
I don't think there's any win in these options.
There's not.
So
no, it wouldn't be a fun question if there was a win. It would be easy.
No, yeah, there's not even any like slightly winning act here. I think I would do the fall off stage thing and hope for the best because they don't always break something.
No, absolutely
sometimes,
not.
like Juac said, they will get up and they'll do a little jig to try to show everyone they're A-okay. And oftentimes, like you said, it's just it's a complete mistake based off of, like a trap door is a different stage than what they're normally used to performing on.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing either way. I mean, like 100%. I would prefer the Joe Biden sandbag.
Just a little trip over something. Yeah. Someone you can blame.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really depends on who you are as an artist and how much people love you. Because I swear to God, if that were to happen to Drake, it would be all over the internet. They'd be making fun of him. Like, it'd be the worst shit ever for him, and it'd be embarrassing. Post Malone, that shit did happen to him where the shit opened. Mm-hmm. His foot fell through. He knocked the wind out of himself, and the whole internet was more so worried about his how he is, his safety, and like they were concerned. So it wasn't as, I mean, I'm sure it's still embarrassing, but people were like checking up on him, and it was overall a positive thing for him because people love Posty.
And people just love to hate Drake.
People love to hate Drake.
Facts.
Yes. Yeah, Dave included. Dave can't stand Drake. He sends me every anti-Drake meme that you could possibly send someone.
It's because I know how much he fucks with Drake. That's
yeah. I still fuck with Drake.
I know you do. I know you do.
I still do too.
Both y'all.
Yeah.
I don't really have never understood the Drake hate other than it's an easy target.
Easy target. He's not your average rapper. He's an actor, a Canadian actor turned rapper.
Degrassi.
He fucking sings, and he like sings. So he like tries to play the R&B side to the rap side, and that's always my argument. Is like it's fine.
Generation, like
right,
fucking killing it. People hate.
I'm like
Post Malone. Meanwhile, fucking was a country singer that turned a rapper and then turned rocker. I got very little love for Post Malone. Like, he's totally a culture vulture that just jumped on a bandwagon.
I still
rode it out
until
it was no longer necessary, and then went back to his roots in rock music.
Yeah.
I mean, again, song-wise, sure, there's some good songs.
But you know what, though?
Fucking with him, nah. I would absolutely make more fun of Post Malone than I would.
But that's the thing. It was like, who did that first? And it didn't work out for him as much? Kid Rock. Because he's just a shitty musician.
I think Posty, he made some other choices that
that also
changed his path.
But Post Malone.
But he
I still fuck with his
just
music.
go straight hip hop. Like he was trying to do the rap rock thing. I can't remember. Maybe his first album he may have had some like straight hip hop songs, but I don't think so. I think mostly
Early Morning Stoned
Ba
Pimp
With a Ba was
his
a
first
straight rap rock song. Like it was some old POD.
Yeah,
That
but
whole
then he
album.
went straight to fucking
and then he went to country, shortly after.
Right.
But like Post Malone was a folk singer with no tattoos. Like he was a straight up like country artist. And then
I didn't know that.
Came out with White Iverson and was like straight trap music.
And you know what? He did that shit fucking well.
He did. Because he's a talented musician.
well,
He's a talented songwriter, talented musician. But it's still I feel like there's way more reasons to hate on
Oh
Post
yeah,
Malone
no,
than
I
Drake,
feel you. But people actually just like love him as a person.
Yeah.
Do I really got to reel this back in for once?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Not about Drake versus Post Malone. We're missing the whole shit.
No doubt. I'll fall off the stage. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm falling off the stage too. I feel like I don't want to get hit in the face with something, honestly. And it feels like that's where most people are getting hit with shit when it gets thrown. Yeah. A smartphone in your fucking orbital socket, bro, is not good. I feel like I have very strong legs. If I were to fall off the stage, I could, like you said, hope for the best. Like I feel like I could brace myself and be like, all right, here we go. I got this. We'll be okay. We'll be okay if we drop.
My knees were popping out since I was like 13,
that's
and
true.
I've had like a lot of those types of pains.
And
I'm just like, I'm good. I just don't want that. I don't want that.
You'd be like Rick Ross on the diving board.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna be like Dave. I'm not gonna be like Dave Grohl, you know, where he had that experience. He fell, broke his leg, had the security team actually like bring him back on stage, put something up for his leg so that he could actually finish the show.
That's why you'll never be a Foo Fighter.
No, I mean,
I'm just saying.
I've never fought a foo in my life, so I'm not gonna.
Nor will you ever with that attitude.
Nor will you.
Exactly. Yeah. Facts.
The other thing too is like if you're an artist, your face is like half of your money. Like you can't risk that.
Get popped like Bebe, Beepy. I don't.
Yeah, whatever
still
her
don't
name
know.
is.
Can somebody please confirm for us? Because that's
Someone
gonna
send us an
it's
audio
bugged me
message.
for a while. I've avoided bringing her up because I don't want to say that name because I don't know.
I would, 100%. I was gonna bring up that story 2 weeks ago and I didn't because I didn't know how to say her name.
Like it's not worth it. We'll just skip it at this point.
Yeah, I was like, no, I got no stories. I'm
I'm good.
tapped out.
I got nothing.
I'm pretty sure it's BB, but yeah. All I know is she's fine as hell, and she's dope.
She got a fat ass.
Huge.
She was. Now she got a fat knot over her eye.
Fat black eye.
I mean, I'm still smashing if I had the opportunity. I'm just saying.
That's what doggy's for.
Oh shit. I'm just kidding, baby. I would not.
I'm just kidding.
Your girl don't listen
would
to the
not.
show.
I would not. This is all jokes.
We still
We're not
pretend
talking-
like our girls listen to this shit.
I know.
I love it.
Oh man, what it is like it's that random time you say some shit, and you know we joke, we talk shit.
Oh, we joke.
That one time where we say some shit, and then it's like, I heard what you said.
She playing it for you on her phone. She's like, "Oh, you said this."
Yeah. Oh, so
Baby Walk said that.
Really, really, Bebe Rexha. That's who you down
Baby.
for?
Oh, she got a fat ass, huh?
Yeah.
You want Ice Spice to sit on your face,
like
huh?
I'm saying,
Okay.
I knew it. I knew it was Bebe and not BB.
Ah, you confirmed it. Thank you, baby. Thank you, BB. Just piss her off real
saying.
good.
It's not. If you look at
Spice
it,
sit on your
if you
face.
look at it, yeah, it's an upgrade. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Come on, get with it.
Nah, but yeah, Ice Spice. Sorry, there are just some
I
girls.
probably would.
Some girls just like with guys. If like Brad Pitt ended up smashing my girl, I'd be upset. I'd be upset. but I'd have to swallow that pride and be like, it's fucking Brad Pitt.
What if Adam 22 smashed your girl?
Oh, hell nah. I'd be pissed. How the fuck you gonna let this cuck ass motherfucker come over here and smash you?
I feel like I just did the Brendan Fraser clap. It was terrible. I'll never fucking do that again. I'm so sorry.
This cuck ass dude. Fuck out of here. He ain't even fucking his own girl. He let another dude smash his fucking girl.
I mean,
you gonna go ahead and fuck this dude?
Gap in his teeth, that big smile, ready to smash. He was ready. He was ready.
Oh, that dude is crazy. We might as well just jump into some other shit because that motherfucker, that whole Adam 22 situation,
it's being
fucking
really extended unnecessarily, right?
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Adam 22 is a podcaster, ex BMXer.
Was he a BMXer?
He was a BMX
or skate, one of those two.
Oh damn!
He was a BMXer, and got into the porn industry, and is now a podcaster with his OnlyFans. His wife is an OnlyFans model, where she fucks herself for money. She actually, that's their shtick, right? On their podcast, they interview porn stars, and then afterwards they fuck them together. Female porn stars, yes, and then they fuck them, and then they post that up on their OnlyFans. So it's actually a very smart deal.
What's the name of that show?
Plug Talk.
That's Plug Talk. Okay.
Plug Talk. Yes.
That's a format that we're going to be introducing in the next couple of weeks or so. So stay tuned, guys. We got a lot of fun things coming up for you.
So I thought that was fucking
baby,
genius. Like,
I'm sorry, baby.
I'm like, yo, this is a genius plan for what they got going on. It works, right?
Sure.
And it works extremely well for Adam 22 at the time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because literally she does no porn with any guys. And they interview whenever they interview female porn stars, they fuck them. They post it up on OF. They get the subscriptions. They're a popular podcast. Like it's a good thing all around, monetarily. Well, recently, it came out that she actually did her first guy girl porn.
Yeah.
Outside of their relationship and
their
whatnot.
Marriage. They are married.
Yeah, their marriage.
They are husband
married,
and wife.
So he's always fucking these other women with her. He gets to do all these porns. This is the first one, and she goes for a blacked raw scene.
Was it blacked raw?
It was blacked for sure. I don't know if it was.
I know the
raw,
dude was black,
yeah.
but I don't know if it was black.
No,
raw.
it was blacked.
Oh, it was blacked. Okay.
Yes.
I assumed all blacks are raw.
You're right. For some reason, there's some that are labeled blacked and some that are labeled blacked raw. For some reason, I don't know what the difference is. Either way, all it is white girls, petite white girls that are getting rammed by dudes with gigantic cocks. So she was rammed by a big black dude, and there's a lot of speculation.
Join her if he's, typically it's usually a three-way, right? Like, why didn't he join her on that one?
Oh yeah, because he's not in for that.
I don't think he wanted to be there.
He's not trying to get blacked.
He's also trying to save face and saying like he wasn't around because like they're doing everything to promote this thing. This video that should be dropping like sometime this week or some shit like that.
Oh really?
Yeah. Nice. I mean, it's all a crazy like rollout thing.
We're all gonna peep
and I'm thinking
so it's on purpose. So he doesn't give a fuck then.
He is definitely.
I don't know if I think. That far.
I don't know because obviously I don't fucking know.
I think he's putting out a good facade. That he doesn't give a fuck.
I think that she probably came up to him with this idea and threw it in his face. Like, yo, I get it. I love fucking all these girls and shit, but you get to fuck all these girls. We'll make so much more money, blah, blah, blah. And, gets them, and he finally fucking does it, and he becomes the butt of everyone's fucking joke. But now it's getting even fucking worse because now he's promoting it with her. They interviewed on the podcast. They interviewed the dude, and he's just like, so yeah, He's like, thank you for fucking my girl and all this shit, and like just making it like super fucking weird.
And don't forget that it was just Adam and Lena, the plug, talking about it. And she did that whole shtick where she's like, yeah, I was sore for like 3 or 4 days. And like she was going on about how she was fucking hurting. And it was just so weird.
Compared him to
a little,
like, after, going back to your size after doing this.
Subliminally, yes.
Yeah,
because she's like, I've never been sore after we've fucked. But for some reason, 3 to 4 days, I needed a recover. Like it was a fucking flu. She needed a recovery period. And then like
she had the black 19.
And then stupid little things like Logan Paul just got engaged, right? You saw that on Twitter. Yes. And Adam 22, he fucking commented that on Twitter. He's like, let her bang another dude. What? Bro, just let it go, dog. We know you got cucked. It's okay. Eat it. Move the fuck on, bro. You've banged 300 other crazy hot porn stars.
Your wife is a porn star. Like, it's not a shocker.
No. And for some reason, it's a big deal. But yeah, her interview about her being sore, I don't know if I'm dropping that.
Yeah, it was
tidbit
wild.
the next
that was wild.
The next week or so. But yeah, good. I mean,
that's why I'm like, is this really real? Like, they used it as a promo clip.
I don't know.
They did because they're getting in front of it.
At times when you see some of those talks, those chats that he's part of.
Yeah.
What it is really, and I agree.
He's one of these, like,
I don't think it's a big deal.
And fuck it.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal for him. But because again, they're in the porn industry, they understand that it's business. It's like they could separate the business from from the romance and all that shit, right? And to these people, sex is just sex. I don't know. He was receiving the good end of that deal for the longest time.
He's out on top still.
And
he's still on top.
He's still on top, but it's making it look worse the way that he is like very content oriented on this. It's almost like he's embarrassed by how much he is bothered by this, that he has to make himself the butt of the joke, or he has to bring it up, and he has to do shit like, I don't know, let her bang somebody else. You know what I mean? It's like
he's almost he's going out of his way to let us know that he's in on it. And it seems like he's doing too much at this point. Like, bro, it happened. The scene's done. You have a podcast. There's other shit going on. Just
you interviewed the dude.
Move on, bro.
And that's fine. Like, you
interviewed
the dude.
Kazumi.
You talked about it because
you're
it
good.
was.
You'll be okay.
Yeah, fact. And Violet Myers.
And Violet, bro, don't even get me fucking started on all these bitches this motherfucker smashed. Like, it pisses me off, honestly. I wish more fucking black dudes would pipe his bitch down.
Yeah.
That's what he deserves.
If you look her up right now, all she has is girl on girl.
And there's nothing worse than finding a dope porn star, looking up her like videography, and seeing that she's fucking the same dude all the time.
Yeah.
Grow the fuck up. You're in the adult porn industry. Get some different dicks in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move on.
That's it.
This is your job. And take your craft seriously, or don't.
And I think that is what is bothering him so much, right? She got another dick in there, and it had to be a BBC.
Bitch was sore for 72 hours. That's a long time. Be like, baby, you having a good day? No, I'm still sore from that dick.
I'm still
Johnny
sore.
Sins.
Say it again.
Would it have been any better if it was Johnny Sins?
No.
Exactly. I don't think it matters that it was BBC. It's just way bigger than Adam 22.
No, it's the sore comment. I don't care if it's a Irish dwarf. If your bitch is saying she's sore for 3 or 4 days afterwards, that shit hurts. I don't need to hear that.
Yeah.
Keep that shit to yourself. Don't tell me about it.
Yeah.
Or
Lena's bad, yo.
World.
Lena the plug is bad, yo. She's dope.
I mean, she's okay. Honestly, the more I see her, I really don't think she's that dope, honestly.
But I think it's...
She's always the second hottest chick in her threesomes. Let's put it that way.
It's because we don't have that many, like with all these porn stars, you have a lot of these videos to like compare, and all you ever have of her is her fucking herself with a dildo, her fucking a girl, and her fucking Adam 22 and some other chick. But she doesn't have a ton of content out there, and I'm not gonna go out my way and pay for their fucking OnlyFans and all that bullshit. So
No.
Come on.
Fuck off.
Come on.
Honestly, yeah, no. I mean, she's hot.
I think she's dope.
Sure,
Yeah,
she's
I think
good
she's
looking.
dope.
ain't-
But she's not in the
just looks
top
like some
50
Irondequoit
porn
bitch.
stars.
Oh, I didn't say she was in the top 50. So don't
No.
put no words in my mouth.
Not even
the top 100. Top 250? No.
500. Like,
What? You
I
guys are
think she's
crazy.
in the top 500. She's a regular.
She looks like any Italian chick that grew up in Greece, honestly. Like she's not.
I said Irondequoit, but Greece also follows.
Okay. You know what? I'll give you that. That's a
I grew up
really
in
good
Greece,
point.
so I know what those Italian chicks look like.
Yeah.
And they
Sure. Sure.
they're all Lena
there's-
the Plugs. They're a dime.
There's at least 3 girls at my gym that look like Lena the Plug.
Absolutely. Everyone's gym. Bro, I go to fucking Sprouts, the grocery store, and I fucking see 3 of these bitches.
Wearing
Not even on my
leggings
radar.
and wearing leggings and slides.
That's all they wear out here. That's all they wear. What else we got?
All right. Johnny, you have any news for us?
Oh, I got mad shit.
Oh, yeah, we have some shit to talk
Mad
about.
shit.
That's
All right.
right. Me even saying that, I know that there's shit to talk about. So I'll
always
let you
shit to
kick it
talk
off. What do you want to bring up first?
I mean, if we want to keep on talking shit, we could either go with Keke Palmer and her boyfriend and his whole
that
shit
situation.
that popped off with the Keke booty cheeks.
Go ahead.
I mean, how y'all feel about that? Quick recap. Keke Palmer was celebrating her birthday, went to Vegas where Usher has a residency and is performing nightly. And because it was her birthday and because she's wealthy and famous, during a portion of the show, there was a serenation where he serenaded her. And
which he does normally with other people.
She was with a whole bunch of other
show.
people. Yeah, it was like he serenaded the table, but then he definitely made her stand up and got all up in her face, and
He
she
gave her
got
some
all up in
personal
his.
attention.
It was a little it was definitely personal attention, but didn't seem like at least. So if I looked at the video, for me. So that's pretty much the recap of what happened. He serenaded her, and she was wearing a revealing outfit according to her boyfriend, but or her baby dad, whatever you want to call him. But I didn't think it was too wild from Usher's perspective. Like I didn't think like he was really trying to mac it more so than what he probably did the night before to some other mom.
No,
you know what I mean? Like it just seemed like. He's putting on the moves, but it's a performance, right? And afterwards, he gave her the same normal like wink and smile that I feel like he gives to 100,000 other women. So I wouldn't have felt specifically like Usher was trying to make moves on my lady, but that wasn't his her baby dad's thing. So that happened. The video went out. It was made public, and then her boyfriend, fiance, baby dad, whatever he is, he posted
to the internet
about it, and he like made it way more popular than anyone would have found out about this, because he started talking shit about that she's a mother and that she shouldn't be out there like that. And then he came back and was like, it wasn't like the way she acted or the Usher thing, but it was the outfit that she shouldn't be wearing those types of clothes.
So here's the thing.
And then he made some like comment about I'm a husband, and damn, what the fuck was it that I'm trying to see? We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother of his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family, In my representations, I have standards and morals. I rest my case.
Nah. Here's the thing. Here's the overlying thing, right? He felt insecure in this whole fucking situation. First of all, you are a nobody. I get it. He's an actor and blah, blah, blah. But in this situation, you are a nobody. And you are the other half of Keke Palmer, right? Which no one obviously gives a fuck about. Keke Palmer is the breadwinner in this whole situation, right? So we in my opinion, it was a lot of insecurity to come, from where he came from. It's just like how these big actors, and they'll do something almost similar, obviously, like not dressing, but they'll do some shit. And these, the women are at home and no one questions, well, where's his wife and blah, 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 right? These are just things where these people make appearances. We're also in 2023, right? Where women just dress like that, now some women, yes. Yeah. It's not, what's it called? It's not like what she wore. I didn't think was crazy like that, but it's in a moment. I've definitely seen worse. But it's in a moment where you have to take everything into consideration, right? We don't know what, maybe they got into an argument, right? And I'm going on this trip. I'm doing what I got to do. Why? Because I'm the fucking breadwinner in this family. So fuck you, stay your ass home, watch the kids, blah, blah, blah. Which probably, I don't know if that's the conversation, but that's just my imagination running wild with this whole situation. So, but
Keke
anyway,
Palmer's pregnant, or she just had a baby?
No, she just had a baby.
She just had a baby.
Okay. Yeah. And he's the father.
Within the last year or so.
Okay.
So I think it was just the combination of, yes, Usher does that at his show. Every show he does that with a random person in the crowd. This time Keke Palmer was there, so you're going to go up to the celebrity and you're going to do the same shit. And it wasn't bad what he did. But that's not going to make him feel any better about that situation, right? And then yes, she had her ass cheeks out with a cover, a sheer cover, that was, and again, that I don't think that was as bad, but I think it was the overall everything.
Yeah.
That made him feel insecure.
Again, it was the video came out of her getting serenaded, and it was just like, hey, look at this video of Usher serenading Keke Palmer.
Right.
And then he quote tweets it.
Sure.
And he was like, it's the outfit though, ... you a mom.
You a mom.
And
he a bitch for that.
To go back to what you said, basically she was wearing a one-piece swimsuit type outfit, that had a thong back. So her booty cheeks are completely exposed, and then there was like a sheer covering on top of all of that, which kind of diminishes the whole like extra rawness of it, I think, is, the sheer cover. But yeah, her booty cheeks were exposed, and she did, don't get me wrong, if you watch the video, she did turn around and shake her booty cheeks at Usher.
That is true though. Ooh. That is true.
But he said it wasn't even about that. It's the outfit, you a mom. And that's the thing that's getting people upset, is him being mad and trying to control what his girl wears. And so I do want to throw it back at you in a way that I will also answer. So you saying, based off of what you said thus far, so you good if your girl goes to Vegas and wears the same outfit and shakes her booty cheeks at Usher. No big deal.
No, the shaking. Here's the thing. No. Here's what I'm saying. No, I do understand like that part. Like if there's an understanding where let's say we both respect each other and blah blah blah. Like,
I mean, I hope you respect your girl.
Yeah, of course. But what I'm saying is, in our situation, and I'm not talking about my specific situation. That situation. I mean, if you want to talk about me, I would let my girl wear anything that she is comfortable in, right? Because at some point, one, if she's Keke Palmer and her likeness and everything, like her being there, it's all just helping her star go up. If there's nothing wrong with what she actually did, I would have a problem with her turning around and doing that. But what I would not do is I would not take it to the internet.
100%.
It would be a conversation between me and her where I'm saying, yo, I feel like you don't respect me by doing this. Like when you did that, like now we have a problem.
Right.
That's when you hit her up with those Jonah Hill texts.
I'm not even hitting her. I'm not even hitting her up with the text because what are they gonna do? What am I gonna do? Right? Like you're gonna blow her, and then it's gonna make you look like a fucking asshole if that shit comes to light, right? And now that's the whole thing. So,
Juac, did you see the thing that I sent you on Instagram? It was Charlemagne from, I think, The Breakfast Club, talking about how Usher gets wild pulling these bitches on stage.
He does, yeah.
He said, did you see that? Did you watch that thing that I sent, or did you not see it yet?
I didn't see that.
I didn't see it.
Pretty much what he said was, and he was going in on this specifically, he said, Usher gets wild. He said, Usher gets on stage and he scans the motherfucking crowd looking for a chick with her man to pull on stage and start some shit. He said if he would just say something like, hey, all the single ladies, raise your hand up or something like that, and then pull one of them up on stage, it wouldn't be no thing. But he's fucking scanning the scan. I sent you this on Instagram. He wants to start some shit. He wants to get wild. And this was the first time that I really feel like Charlemagne was onto something, because usually I don't fuck with Charlemagne, but he made sense this time.
No, I fuck with Charlemagne. Charlemagne always he does pull out some good points. But I know I listened to the Joe Budden podcast, and he was talking about when he went to the Usher show with his girl, and Usher came over to his balcony and
he was like,
and
move the fuck on, bro. Not today.
Slapped him up. And then had his girl stand up and but he didn't take her to and that's where he was saying, he was like, right then and there, it's up to your girl to show nah, I'm yes, I'm excited, but respectfully, I am, this is my guy. Even if your guy is at home or whatever, respectfully, I'm gonna have to decline this.
Nah, if your guy's at
this
home,
thing,
then fuck him.
Yeah.
He didn't even want to come up.
Keke was all about this.
I feel you.
Keke was all over Usher and super done excited.
I get it, but that's my point. Is I'm pretty sure every single one, especially if you're Keke Palmer. If you're Keke Palmer, you know that whatever you do right now is going to get videoed and thrown onto the fucking internet. So that shows in my that.
Yes, but she's
more
not
than anything,
huge star.
I was gonna say, he keeps saying Keke Palmer like she's Janet Jackson or something.
Right.
I don't. She was in Nope. I can't name anything else that she was in.
Who she was.
Hold on. We got to have this conversation, because y'all motherfuckers be pulling up everything as if people are fucking A-list actors. I never said Keke Palmer was an A-list actor, but you know what? In Black Hollywood, there's not a whole lot of people that their name is up there. So Keke Palmer is a big name where it will be shared across
circles,
Black. Yes. And your shit is going to get thrown out there in general, because even though you're not the biggest name in the game, you are a relevant and current name in the game, as far as, in certain circles.
So your shit is going to get on her back.
So your shit is going to get recorded and thrown up on there, or there's at the very least, there's a very good chance that that's going to happen. Right. And then your choice is to do this and then back yourself up into Usher. That just shows the lack of respect that she has for that dude. Plain and simple. Now his whole shit is he shouldn't have took it to the internet. And that's
Facts.
it.
Yeah.
That should have been resolved between them. That should have been a discussion between them. If whatever came from it comes from it, but don't fucking take that shit to the internet. And that's it.
That's word. Yeah, I don't take anything into the internet. Good news, bad news, nothing. I don't like doing anything.
I haven't even posted pictures
internet.
of my daughter on the internet.
That's what I'm saying. I can't even picture your daughter. I don't even I don't even know what she looks like. That's how private y'all are.
I still remember her from the time when I held her. That was it. That was like
I have the picture of you holding her when we were there for Comic-Con on my phone. Right. That's the only thing I have to picture this cute little child.
Fair. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And 100% agree. His biggest mistake was
taking it to
doing that quote tweet. And then
it didn't do what for him what he thought it was going to do.
Like, is not you disrespecting me. It's not you did me dirty or can't believe you did that. It's saying that she shouldn't be wearing those types of clothes anymore because she's a mom.
Fuck out of here.
That's fine.
Like, that's the part that I was like, this was the dumbest thing you could have said if you wanted any sort of empathy on here. Why did you go that route?
Right. All of, a majority of the celebrities that we, that we fantasize about and we see these beautiful women and what they're wearing. Sofia Vergara, who just gonna say that she just celebrated her 51st birthday, and oh my God, does she look fucking amazing. Fucking still beautiful up to this day.
Still showing them cheeks.
Still showing them cheeks, and her kid is probably an adult by now. So it's like
he's absolutely an adult.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I mean, first of all, if you are going to be insecure about your woman because she is a big figure like that, right? In any stance, then yeah. I mean, don't get yourself in a situation where you're with a woman that's in the spotlight, because chances are, homie, you're going to lose.
That's the type of dude that gets butthurt when they tell him to get out of the shot when they want a picture of Kiki on the red carpet.
Yeah. You know who's, and not to say that this is not to say that he deals with the same stuff, but you know who I never hear anything about? Like literally anything, nothing. Stedman.
Yeah.
You know who Stedman is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oprah's husband, who is a nobody and knows his fucking place.
Not husband.
Oh, not husband. Yes. Her boyfriend of over like
lifetime partner.
Yeah, lifetime partner for Lord knows how long.
Her beard, right?
Yes.
That's what it's called? Beard?
I mean, yeah.
Could be her beard.
She's gay.
Could be. Yeah, could be.
Is she? Is that
that's
the implication?
That's
a
rumor.
rumor is that her and
Gail,
yeah, are partners.
And that Stedman is just a dude where he's like, yo, I'm going to be out in public. And he's like, I got you.
If they dropped a threesome video, y'all fucking with it?
Nah.
It depends on where Oprah's at.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'm
not even going to lie. I'm not even
in the heavy stage or in the
Weight Watchers stage. None of that has anything to do with it. I got to watch it just to come back and report on it.
Yep. Yep.
If
like, yo, I ain't know she had them fucking roast beef ass lips. Goddamn.
I mean, if you come back and report that, then I'm definitely watching.
That bitch's pussy went to fucking Hogwarts.
Shit.
Hell
Shit.
No. You know,
all them wizard sleeves on wizard sleeves.
You know, she got that tightened up.
Oh yeah. She has that tightened up money.
She got a snook in her sniz.
If
you watch South Park, that is. I don't know if anybody.
Speaking about billionaire cucks, a lot has been happening in the billionaire space this week. There was basically between two billionaires, right? The Facebook's Meta. Let's just call them Meta. I guess that's their new name.
Yeah, Meta.
No, that's it.
Mr. Mark Zuckerberg, earlier this year, after Elon bought Twitter and a bunch of people started to escape the tweet house, he told us, I can't remember if he said it publicly or if it just leaked, that that Meta was going to, through Instagram, come out with some sort of Twitter competitor that would basically be Instagram but for text.
Yeah.
And this week they ended up releasing what that app was, which is called Threads. We're all on there, and Sensitive Culture's on there.
Sure.
So far, I kind of like it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's not bad. There's definitely a lot of shit that's missing.
No, it's definitely like a version 1 type of.
Yeah, not even like a version 0.9.
Yeah, we're beta testing Threads for them basically. 100 million people are beta testing.
Basically.
And I promise you right now that if this is beta testing, it's only going to get better and it's going to get worse for fucking for Elon.
Yeah. It's so they rushed it out a week early. It was supposed to come out next week.
Oh, damn.
They rushed it out a week early after, over the 4th of July weekend, Elon tweeted out the whole rate limiting thing on Twitter.
Yeah.
Where basically, ever since Elon's taken over, they're pushing more and more and more towards you got to be a subscriber if you want to get anything good out of Twitter.
Mm-hmm. The rate limit, I feel like, was the first time it affected me though, personally.
Yes.
Like,
what exactly was the rate limit?
For me, it was the if you're not blue checked, your comments basically shoot to the bottom, and so for me, it involved an engagement when I like comment on some shit and nobody's responding, nobody sees. That's when I was like, damn. Am I really going to have to fucking pay $8 just to be involved in conversations? Right. $8 a month just to be involved in conversations on Twitter?
So for those who don't know, what exactly is the rate limit thing that he came out?
The rate limit that Elon tweeted was that if you're not a Twitter Blue subscriber, you can only view 600 tweets a day. And you can get through 600 tweets very quickly through doom scrolling. When it first dropped, I literally opened up Twitter and everything was rate limit. Like it was like, oh, rate limited, you can't view. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like I just opened up the app. So I just assumed it was, Twitter failing like normal. And, we're just seconds away from the old fail whale showing up. But then like maybe less than an hour later, Dave sent us Elon's tweet saying that things were getting rate limited. And I was just like, what in the fuck does that mean? So even if you are a paying subscriber, even then you're still rate limited to only being able, even though it's a lot, you can only see, I think at this point, cause they kept raising it throughout the day. So I think at this point it's up to 10,000. You can see 10,000 tweets a day if you're paying. And then beyond that, you basically can't handle it. I don't know for what reason, besides the fact that costs are going up and they're not making a shit ton of advertisement money.
Sure.
Was the rate limit lifted after a certain amount of time? I thought I saw that it was lifted because Elon said they were doing it while they were investigating some wild data scraping. Is how he put it.
But he's been talking about this data scraping thing since he started. Okay. Since he took ownership, he's been saying that, ChatGPT and all these AI bots are getting,
song and dance that he's
they're getting free access to Twitter through their API. So then they changed the price of the API for third parties to be able to access data on Twitter, and yet still. He believes that people are somehow, capturing data from Twitter at no cost or doing something else to get the data and go around the API rules. I mean, I will say while early on I was a little bit of an advocate of Elon taking over Twitter or at least seeing what would happen. Thus far, I have not been impressed, and I've been kind of like...
No, it's declining for sure.
He has no idea what the fuck he's doing.
The ads... I feel like I see the same fucking ads all the time. They're either shitty like Wish level garbage crap, or it's just like a slot machine solitaire type shit.
Yo, so I was not on the Twitter train. I missed that train. Years and years I wasn't on Twitter, and so Threads dropped. The simplicity of it was already
the sign-up process.
Yeah, the sign-up process was
everything. Yeah.
So fucking quick. Literally, do you want to follow all the people that you follow on IG? Sure. For me, that's beneficial because you know, I can unfollow people as I see fit.
Yeah.
But I have people that you know, I have more of an audience. Whereas like Twitter, when I started, when I jumped on Twitter within the last year,
You're
and I
starting
didn't
from
really
scratch,
know.
bro. You're
Yeah,
scratching
I'm starting
your way
from
to the
scratch,
top.
from the ground up,
Right,
and
It's tough on Twitter, bro, to
Yes.
grow any kind of anything.
Yep. So with this, I found that it was fairly simple. Early on, I had a few people that, you know, that I admire respond to shit that I've tagged them on. It's just an overall great experience. And all that shit aside, bro, do you want to import your bio from Instagram? Cool,
Yeah.
there it is. You automatically have your own name, so no need to fight anyone for rights to your name, right?
Yeah.
So just even like the things that are missing, the things that people are stating that Twitter's or that Threads is missing,
It'll come
in comparison to Twitter. This is the ground level, so we're gonna get all of that shit. Zuck, the only thing that I know from Zuckerberg is that he knows how to steal some shit.
Yeah.
He knows how to take your idea and make it much better, and make it easier for people to fucking use to make your shit feel so fucking obsolete.
Kind of like Apple. Apple does the same shit where they do shit that people have been doing for a minute, but they just do it so much fucking better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very similar.
this is-
I mean, I would say, you know, stories definitely was good. Reels still, I don't think they match TikTok.
They don't match TikTok, but
But if you don't have
It's still good
TikTok
enough.
and
It's
Reels
all in
is all
one.
you know,
yeah, then you're
I'll
watching
tell-
a bunch of TikToks
then
on
you're
Instagram.
good. Yeah,
I'll tell you
that's
one thing. If the TikTok ban goes into place and the majority of the US, if not all of the US,
Well,
does not have
'cause
access
there's not
to
much
TikTok,
of an alternative there.
it is. But I'm just saying, like it's literally going to move all. It's all moving to IG, and that is going to take over that market easily.
Yeah. I mean, what are people going to go on that Logan Paul app or whatever? Like,
I didn't even know he had a fucking.
what? No, what was it? The one that they do the fights and the verses and shit on.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot what it's called.
Can't remember. But that was a TikTok clone.
Oh, Triller. Right?
Triller's a TikTok clone. But nobody uses that shit.
Nope.
we couldn't
So
even
yeah,
think
of
the
course,
name.
absolutely. If TikTok gets banned, people are just gonna get all of the same entertainment that they got through IG Reels. But I do also wonder if this was because it's been, I would say, so far pretty successful for.
I think
Meta.
it's dope.
100
I
million
enjoy it.
subscribers in 4
100 million
days.
subscribers.
Yeah, that's
I mean, it's dumb easy to subscribe, as Juac said, right? Like you literally download the app and then it's just Instagram,
That's
but
brilliant.
text only, so you don't have to do anything. I wonder if they should have done that with Reels. Like, should Reels be its own app instead of integrating it inside of the IG app?
I feel like no. At this point,
Yeah,
Reels are so
no.
integral to IG. Like that's half of what I'm viewing when I'm on there. Half of what Juac sends me.
Honestly,
I would be like, it's like going with Facebook and the Messenger app. How they split them shits up.
It
Right.
would have
That's
it would have killed Instagram if Reels was its own app. The reason for it is people are drawn to those short videos, right?
Yeah.
No one is sharing pictures anymore on Instagram. The only community that I hear that are still like up in arms about the change on IG from pictures, and Reels is like the tattoo community where they're showing off their tattoos and now they have to do a little bit more.
Wasn't there like a whole thing sometime this year where people were like, make Instagram again?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. It's like tattooers, it's artists.
I mean, that
it's
was Instagram wide. That wasn't just smaller communities. I saw that. Like it was. I feel like there was like some big people like Kim Kardashian and Taylor Swift jumped in on that.
Sure.
How did I miss this?
Yeah,
What the
because
fuck
they
is
are
this?
not because they're not content creators. They want to be able to post up 3 fucking pictures in a day and get all the likes with little effort. Take some fucking
for
photos.
me, it's more from a consumer perspective than
possibly
creator perspective. For, like me personally, like I do not like the IG that's just all videos now. I do prefer
the photos,
the previous what IG used to be, which was just like memes and photos, because that's what it was for. And now that it's just all videos, it's like a fake YouTube type thing, and then it's, you know, it becomes another place that I gotta throw it's video content on for promotion purposes, and it's just like it just seems like an afterthought versus when it was a specific thing, then I could focus attention for that specific thing on that target market. But
then people go to TikTok for their videos instead of Instagram. I feel like they're just trying to steal a little bit of that video market that they know TikTok is crushing.
That's 100%
like, I feel like
what
that's
it is.
just Instagram flailing and being like, hey, we need something for us. But like I feel like a lot of the video content on Instagram, I've grown to love. Like a lot of the short content creators that I, you know, not on a first name
what we were
basis
missing from Vine.
What was that?
What we were missing from Vine, we're now getting from these you know,
TikTok
from like reels and shit like that.
Yeah.
But honestly, that was that's what TikTok was. And for those people who refuse to download TikTok, you're getting it through reels. But honestly, that's exactly what it was. I like the mixture of the pictures in the videos, because I still appreciate the pictures.
I still feel like I see a decent amount of pictures on Instagram.
I still do too. But I think people are just feeling those specifically, like the people that you heard on that movement of make TikTok or make Instagram again or whatever. Make Instagram great again. Those people who do that were, you know, they're those people that normally did post a lot of fucking pictures and for promotions and it's making them push outside of a box that where they didn't want to go.
They have to do more work now. Like this is harder for me to get my fucking $1 billion in subscriber money. So go fuck yourself.
I just don't see it from that perspective. I really see it from a more of the consumption perspective. Like as the user of the app, I don't like seeing so many videos on this app. And now the Instagram app has become a video app, as you said. And that's not what I want from Instagram. I want photos on Instagram. If I want videos, I go to YouTube. I go to TikTok.
But why was it a problem after Reels? Videos were available on Instagram forever, for a long time. They were just square.
As they continue to add more video and focus more on video content, and then especially like for that, like, I don't know, half a day or half a week or whatever, where the Instagram app was a full screen experience that was basically TikTok.
That was whack.
Oh, I do remember that.
That I think is around the time when people started doing the, you know, make Instagram again thing.
Yes,
because it was like, yo, now you just changed the whole fucking app to be this thing that I loved Instagram 10 years ago when it came out. And 5 years ago, when it was still, you know, there would be videos on there. Yeah. And then they came out with the IGTV thing, right? They were really trying to go after YouTube. That was a flop. But I mean, I do get it. I'm sure some of the hate is from creators that don't want to do extra work or whatever. But I really think most of the people that were hating and upset about it was that when they launched the Instagram app, they didn't expect to see TikTok.
Yeah, when you brought that up, that specifically, yes, that view that they brought out that made it feel more like TikTok,
I do remember that.
Made it feel very awkward and made it feel like shit. Made your content feel like shit if you did post a video, a picture. So yes, I agree with that. That did not feel, and that wasn't good. And we talked about it. We were like, yo, that shit just does not feel like authentic.
It didn't feel like IG.
It didn't feel like IG, but then they heard everyone talking shit and they went back, and now it feels good again. But
that's never been acknowledged to me. I just thought that was like something I thought in my head that I saw with too many edibles. Like I didn't think that was even a real thing.
That was one day.
Not everybody got it. It was a test. The way that Meta does, like they could literally change your app without you having to download a new version of the app.
Yeah.
They do these tests throughout the world.
Because you're connecting to the Meta servers basically when you open those apps, right?
Yeah. But the thing I was gonna say, one of the things is that I like about Threads is that apparently a shit ton of people are on iOS 17 beta because it's you basically can't upload videos if you're using iOS 17 beta. And so when you go through Threads, there's not a lot of video content. It's mostly photo content. And I was going through some people's like threads and whatnot, and then I'm like, oh shit, I forgot that Instagram even had this like carousel type thing where you used to be able to see more than one photo at the same time. And then you would scroll and slide through. I forgot IG used to be like that until they changed the carousel into a full image square, and you'd have to tell that there was little dots underneath to know that there was more to slide through. But previously, like you would see kind of the other photos, and then you would slide through all of them, and then and that's how Threads is. And I don't know. Again, I kind of dig the simpleness of it.
Versus there's no ads. You don't see ads on. Like that's the one thing that I really noticed right away.
That's just till they get to 1 billion.
Oh yeah, no, there will be ads. Trust me. But I'm savoring this time now where it's just it's so clean when you open it, bro. There's no spam accounts. Like I haven't seen anything in the way of spam or advertising yet.
There's another thing that I really enjoy since I do the social media stuff. And I can't post up videos, but that also made me look at what other people are posting, right? And I look at other podcasts and podcasters, both big and small. And the one thing that I didn't want to do is to do exactly what everyone is doing on other social medias. And it's like, hey, look at this clip from our podcast, and just kind of go through those motions. I want to treat it more like an interaction thing where I'm speaking to people, putting up threads, and like. Well,
that's what Twitter was.
And that's my point. Is like so the video thing at first I was like, because I was gonna start doing the same thing, and then I'm like, nah, I really don't want to do. And I may even think of, once I'm able to upload videos, how can I reposition this to be more interactive and viewable, as opposed to just being another reel that I'm regurgitating on Reels, TikTok,
YouTube,
whatever
shorts.
The YouTube, shorts, where I'm just like going through the motions of doing this. No, let me take another approach and figure out how I can make this specifically for Threads. So it made me think outside the box with thinking on that. Yeah. So I'm happy that I can't post videos right now because it's really not that important. I can do images, and apparently it was a big thing that I know how to do a GIF. But because everyone is just like, why can't I do GIFs? It's no like, GIF bro. Button. Yeah, there's no clear cut button. I get it. That would make it so much easier.
Right.
But you don't have a GIF. You don't have a GIF keyboard right now? Like, so I don't know.
What do you do?
Yeah, the other thing, what in the hell? The other thing that apparently was kind of difficult to find, which I thought was kind of weird, is it's called Threads. Mm-hmm. How do you like actually make a thread, like a multi-thread post?
Yeah,
because there's no like plus button like there is on the Twitter app, where you can just add the next tweet and just write 1 of 16 or whatnot. And apparently you press return 3 times, and it adds another thread, so you can continue typing after you hit that 500 character limit.
I didn't know
I saw that on something. But anyways, long shit, right? Threads, anyway. I think is it's doing well. Cool. I enjoy it so far, and it has definitely taken up, at least for the last 2 weeks, taken up more of my screen time compared to Twitter. However, that is not the reason why I brought up this story. The reason I brought up this story is because somebody's really butthurt about this whole thing.
Oh yeah, I wonder who.
And his name is Mr. Musk.
Mr. Musk.
Yeah, he's so not only did he like straight up start talking shit on Twitter about the Threads launch.
Mega shit.
He then posted Zuck is a cuck.
He's posted that multiple times, I will say.
In many responses. And then apparently he even responded to himself and said that they should have a literal dick measuring contest.
He must have gone through the surgery.
I don't know if he's
trolling, right?
Or I'm assuming he's trolling because he's Musk,
right?
And he just wants people to check the tweet out and
go back
every
to
time
Twitter.
You view that tweet, if it's embedded somewhere, that counts as a view. If you click on it, that counts as a second view. There's a lot of gaming that he does. Oh, now he's talking about how this last week was the most engagement that Twitter has had ever. But then when you looked at what the number was that he was talking about, it was something completely different, like user seconds on the it was something like not a metric that they have ever used previously. Used a completely different metric to make it seem like, oh no one's going over to the Threads. Everyone's, if anything, this has been better for us.
Right.
The way that he's responded to that just told me how much of a threat Threads is.
Oh my God.
To what he's doing.
Imagine spending $44 billion
for someone to drop the same shit but better. Like a few months
Not only
later.
that, right? But you let go of a lot of your fucking people, right?
Word.
And they are fucking pissed off, and they are more than happy to jump onto the Thread train.
I would be begging for somebody to hire me to the Threads team if I got fired from Twitter. I'd be like, whatever you want, I got you.
I'm sure there were, and hopefully, if he was smart enough, right? There were contracts signed that said you cannot jump onto
there were
like
NDAs
these other things
for sure.
Yeah, there were NDAs or something.
Someone's
but at the end
of,
huh?
Someone's fucking up though. Someone broke their shit.
I mean,
either that or that was a while ago. So those could be coming up.
The technology is that foreign to what
it's like a Reddit basically.
Yeah, I mean it's literally the same shit as Instagram.
It's a WordPress almost.
But instead of video, replace it with text. I'm pretty sure Meta can handle that without stealing Twitter's IP.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're the
janitors at Meta could probably make a fucking Threads app, bro. Like that's a joke.
Oh man, yeah. So Elon's got his panties in a bunch. He's real. He's real tight about this.
Honestly,
and probably will lose a shit ton of money. Not only had Twitter already lost half its value from where he bought it, because all the advertisers left, because he's elevated. By using his freedom of speech platform, and this place will be the place that anyone could say what they want. Well, yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess, but it also
nobody
means
likes what he has to say.
Not only him, but most of the people that he's elevated and allowed to come back. I mean,
it's leaning
why
right
in the
wing,
fuck
I feel like.
Am I getting push notifications that Donald Trump Jr. posted something on Twitter? I don't engage with anyone on Twitter that is even normally relevant to Donald Trump Jr. Mm-hmm. Why would I get a notification in my email, push notification, and when I open the app to let me know that dude posted something?
Because they want you. Yeah, no, that shit gets you heated. So now you want to pop into the app. You want to see what the fuck's up.
If
you want to
anything,
be like,
it makes me not want to pop into the app anymore.
Let me block this motherfucker. Why am I seeing this shit? Like it's
your
the
average
anger
person.
is
If it wasn't
you.
for those MILF emails that get sent to me, I don't even know if I would have opened Twitter in the last 2 weeks.
Tuesdays,
So and that is another point that I was gonna make, right? So everything looks bad for Twitter right now, right? Threads, it hasn't even been a week yet, and they have a shit ton of people using the shit is active, right? This is no Mastodon.
Right.
The shit is completely active. Within the next couple of years, I can see this phasing out Twitter. Now, will it completely phase out Twitter? No. Why? Because I have not noticed the porn industry being able to post their shit on Threads.
Correct. Yeah.
And that right there will keep Twitter alive for quite some time because people do enjoy that part of Twitter.
Yeah.
So
there was a
nothing
porn
else,
star that recently tweeted out something along the lines, thanking Elon Musk, tagged Elon Musk for allowing adult content on the platform still. So they're very aware.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I think I tweeted in response to someone else the other day, because it was someone had posted like, or it was either a post or it was an article showing like all of the pretty much ultra right folks that have posted stuff on Threads that have been removed or blocked, people took screenshots of when someone tried to follow. I think it was also Donald Trump Jr.
Yeah. It's like, are you sure you want to follow?
Are you sure you want to follow him? This person spreads a lot of misinformation. I was like, that's fucking awesome. Like, if anything, that makes me want to use Threads even more.
For sure.
Because these people are just, sending bullshit. And so I think my tweet response was like, this makes me happier. And by, maybe this time next year, Twitter is going to be basically just porn, bots, and ultra-right conservatives.
Mm-hmm. It'll be truth with titties.
Yeah.
He's going to be fighting Donald Trump for attention.
And even the stuff that he likes, because you see what he tweets, you see his likes, like Elon's shit. And the shit that he says, the shit that he comments on, it's very right-leaning and very alarming, honestly, to keep seeing. And I've been using Threads, and you just don't see any of that. Like, it's still new enough where it seems fresh. And
it's not being taken over by politics in general.
Right.
And a lot of things that you're seeing is taken over by politics, period.
However, on Threads, I want to see my follows. I feel like their For You page or their main page or main feed is very rarely like people that I'm actually following.
Yeah, and
that kind of pisses me off.
Yeah. And those are the things that we talk about being, the changes that are coming up, because they said that they're working on making a chronological order For You page, and that's
I did find, so one of the big complaints is that there's no like followers only option. Mm-hmm. There's something I'm not 100% sure if it's actually
no hashtags either
working the way I think it is, but I think it is. There was a way through settings and notifications where at the bottom you could say something about like first threads or something like that, and you could change it to follow only. And I feel like now when I open up Threads, the first 25 or whatever posts are only from people that I follow, or if they commented on someone else. Mm-hmm. And then after that is when the algorithmic stuff starts.
I like that. I'm going to look into that.
I feel that's what I've seen. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where that would be.
Either way, there's definitely a lot more to go. Definitely the chronological order stuff. The search tab right now literally only lets you search accounts. It doesn't let you search topics or anything.
Yeah.
And that's
There's
really
no
what Twitter is
do
about.
hashtags.
Hashtags?
No hashtags yet.
Nope.
Yeah. So there's a few things that they need to do if they want to
But they did acknowledge that hashtags, chronological, like all of the things that people are
they're working
asking
on it.
for,
sure.
they said that they are working on it. So for sure, like it's.
I never
only
followed
getting better.
Mosseri's account on IG, but I followed it on Threads because I want to know.
I want to know
what the fuck is going on.
Yeah,
and
same,
also kind of on that same point, like my IG follows and my Twitter follows were very different. So I've had to unfollow people on Threads that I'm like, I don't care about what you're.
I didn't follow when I didn't follow everybody I follow on
you
Instagram
didn't?
when I started Threads. No, I went fresh and I started following the people that I knew that I would want to see their shit.
A lot of the because I haven't done my personal IG on Threads, so I don't have a personal Threads. Mine is the the IC
one. That's, I
IC
get
one.
That. That's
So with a lot of the
your
followers,
personal one, I would think twice about following.
Oh yeah, for sure. But my thought was just the majority of people that I follow are in the industry and stuff like that, like Hollywood and all of that shit. So I'll just unfollow anyone that posts up shit, and that's been working wonders for me because that was the big thing on Twitter, and we can move on from this conversation.
Trying to gain that,
but trying to gain the people who I would follow, and trying to figure all that shit out and try to get all the information that I really want. It just made it easier for me to just follow, and then I can just unfollow from there, because I don't give a fuck about what a majority of these people just like think, since it's just their thoughts that they're spreading out there. It's like, I don't care about any shit like that.
Yeah.
Like you, Jonni, you followed someone, one of the ex-local rappers that made it a little bit bigger. I remember I followed on IG, and for some reason popped back up, and I was like, or you commented on their shit. And so I followed, I was like, oh yeah. And then I remembered why I didn't follow them in the first place is because they're extremely fucking active with nothing but their thoughts, and they're fucking, and I could care less, and I just unfollowed them.
Oh, you're talking about Emilio Rojas?
Yes. That's exactly who I'm talking about.
That's
exactly.
You know what? I didn't even. So this is kind of one of the things. I followed, like, I guess a lot of accounts on IG, but like Emilio Rojas shit never showed up in my IG timeline. I've never seen a post of his,
I muted his ass
a
a long
video. I don't think I muted him. I just think he just never showed up on my shit. And then on Threads, he's like all over it because he's very active on the conversational stuff. And then I guess because I commented, now he's even more in my algorithm.
Oh, bro, he is too much. I followed him on IG, and he was all up in the stories all day, and just like, that's literally all. I haven't heard a fucking rap song from the guy. Everything is
he
just
still got bars.
I know. I'm saying. I'm just saying that I don't hear the bars. All I see is like his thoughts and his videos, like social media shit, and I'm just like, I don't want any of that, bro.
For sure.
So yeah. So as a matter of fact, since we're talking about it, we kind of talked about Keke Palmer and everything like that. Jonah Hill.
Oh,
Jonah Hill is under fire right now because his ex girl now, right?
That's his ex now. Yes, ex. At
so
least 2
he
years
was
ago. It's a 2-year ex.
I don't have this everything, all of the tweets and everything in front of me, but apparently his ex from 2 years ago, she's a surfer, came out and pretty much exposed the conversations that he's had with her, and she's calling him manipulative, pretty much a hypocrite, every name in the book. She's trying to just drag Jonah Hill under the mud.
Yeah.
And the reason for it was because she's a surfer, and he told her at the time when they were dating, he reached out to her and pretty much told her that he would prefer if she not wear like thongs and have her ass out.
Right.
And she responded like, what are you talking about? And there's like a whole Twitter or a whole conversation that were just leaked, and pretty much it expressed that Jonah was telling her all of these things. She says that that he's a hypocrite because he commented, like, before they started talking, he commented on a photo of her surfing with her ass out, saying like, damn, blah, 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 how he liked that. And now that they were together,
you don't like that no
he's
more.
telling her, like, you need to pretty much cover up, right? Like,
you don't want her dancing all up on Usher like that.
Yeah, and in my opinion, like the conversation that was out there was him pretty much saying, listen, like, you could do what you want, but if like, these are like, I don't think that that this is cool for you to be posting these types of pictures. And if if you want me if you want me to continue to be your boyfriend, like, these are just the things that I'm requesting.
Right.
And then she got pretty defensive in the tweets, and, it went back and forth, and he's pretty much saying like, yo, like, all of that is cool, but I'm still telling you, this is how I feel about it. And if you don't want to be with me, like, that's cool. But as your boyfriend, this is what I'm telling you. These are what I feel like these boundaries are. And, so, 2023 being what it is, everyone's kind of jumping on her side. And they're trying to call Jonah Hill misogynistic and all of these buzzwords and shit.
Yeah.
When I read it, I'm like, I mean, he's being hypocritical. I can agree with that, right? If that's what attracted you, and now, y'all have a relationship, and now you're trying to, you're trying to minimize, you're trying to tell her what she can and can't do now.
Right.
So that's some bullshit. But also it's like, dog, like, I'm telling you, this is what I don't like, and if you don't like it, that's cool. We could split ways, and he wasn't demanding anything. He's just pretty much saying, hey, I don't like this.
Yeah, but he was demanding. There would be no relationship unless his guidelines were met in those messages.
Sure.
And I don't know how your relationship is, but my relationship,
none of that shit flies in any relationship.
It's a give and it's a take. It's a relationship. You're both working together. Mm-hmm. And I will start by saying I don't agree with leaking any kind of private messages that to the internet, regardless of
we talked about
content.
that earlier.
Yeah, that is never cool. Same thing with, Kiki's dude taking that shit public like that. After my man just had a baby with another chick. So like he's been doing his own thing, living his own life, just had a baby. She drops these things so much later. Mm-hmm. And like I said, not a fan of the leaking. I don't like any kind of leaking. That's not fair. But the text messages that we did see of him, just, looking at them from a third party, but like, it doesn't affect me either way. Sure. Those were some very unreasonable demands at times. One of those demands that he put in there, he didn't want her hanging out with other women who are, and I'm paraphrasing here, in a bad place or not stable. Like, these are some wild demands, bro. And he's holding this fucking, because she's a surfer. She doesn't have that Jonah Hill name. She doesn't have that popularity. We don't know how she actually feels about him. She could be head over heels for this guy in love, whatever you say. And then he's throwing this bullshit at her, like these unreasonable things, which I get it. Like and this is something that was brought up, I saw on Facebook, that, they weren't violent. He wasn't threatening violence. I really don't even think there was any profanity in them. He was laying out something that, he thought was okay in his head. But anybody not anybody, but a lot of people that read these from a third party, especially maybe somebody that was in a controlling relationship or, was caught up in that whole thing. When you read these from that perspective, they don't sound good. And then I sent you guys that bullshit where Jonah Hill's clothing company was selling this merchandise with a very strange message on it to be selling at this time with all this shit going on. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't all look good, and I'm not jumping in to judge anybody. The leaking was fucked. The messages were fucked. I'm not condemning or canceling anybody, but
sure.
I really don't know what to make. Honestly, I want to hear Jonah Hill make a statement, because I mean, we've heard enough from her. She's been leaking stuff. What, you know, has there been anything from him that you've seen that maybe I missed before?
No, I haven't seen anything. But just to put it into context, the text messages I have up here, it started off, or at least the first text message was of some pictures of her surfing with a thong on, and she pretty much said, respect however you want to live your life. You only get one, but sort of done explaining myself, like explaining why she had to, you know, why she wears what she wears.
That's her job.
And he was pretty much demanding that she take these photos down in this video. But the list that you were talking about, which was his response, and this was in 2021, that said, plain and simple, if you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, if she wants to model, to post pictures of herself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places, and from your wild recent past beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful, like saying like she doesn't want her hanging out with women who are wilding, you know, pretty much.
Sure.
And he said, if these are too much for you, like on these things, then I'm not the partner for you, is pretty much what he's saying. Like, so yes, I understand what you're saying. Like those are demanding things, but he, again, I agree with the fact that he's saying like, yo, these are the things that I find unreasonable. And if these things, if these are the things that you feel like you still want to do, then I'm just not the guy for you, right? And he said, if these things bring you happiness, I support it, no hard feelings, but we just can't be in a relationship anymore. And that specifically, even though it is in that realm of being demanding, it is demanding actually, it's not even in the realm, is demanding a specific course of action within your relationship, right?
Are we still talking about Keke Palmer?
We're talking about Jonah Hill, my guy.
I know.
But it's the same type of thing, right? Where, but yeah. he's the breadwinner in this conversation, right? So he's the person that we know on the other end. But in my opinion, correct anyway. Getting back to that is the fact that he laid these things out and then said, "Yo, if these are the things that you can't do without, well then I'm not the guy for you, and you know, then our relationship has to end." She's a professional surfer. Sure.
She can't have guys there when she's doing her job. What the fuck is that? Oh, I'm like, I get that he's laying this shit out, but these are asshole-ish, bitch ass demands, bro.
That's
like
fine.
That's not reasonable. Like, oh, I give him props because he's laying out what he wants. No, these are fucked up bullshit things that you're asking of somebody. In no way is that cool or okay. Like, I didn't say it was cool or okay. I'm saying it wasn't, in my opinion, it wasn't like demanding like, yo, if you don't fucking stop doing this shit. That's what he's
blah, blah, blah.
saying though. That's exactly, if you don't fucking, without doing the fist pumping, he's saying without following my bullshit rules,
these are the things, yeah. These are the things that I am not okay with. And if you want to do these things, that's cool. But our relationship is like, we just can't continue in a relationship.
And we don't know where they were. Like I said, she could have already been into him. He could know that he fucking has her.
Sure.
That could be some emotional ass abuse right there. Someone you're really feeling. And then they say all of a sudden, Juac, we can be together, but you know, no podcasting with Jonni and Dave.
Then
that's, you know what I'm saying? That's surfing. That's her job, dog. That's what she loves.
That's a decision I would have to make from that. And I mean, I know other people who are hit with those types of demands. It's like, yo, you're not spending this enough. These are the things that I find unnecessary. And, you know, no offense, like I love you, but if you aren't willing to work with me on these things, which they're generally always extremely fucking one-sided, and you have to give up your, you know, certain shit that you feel like that wasn't, you know, like that's a big deal to you.
Yeah.
Then, you know, it's a difference of saying like, you know, bitch, you ain't doing these things because I fucking told you so. Get over it. And just saying like, yo, these things, I'm just not feeling this stuff, which yes, they are extreme, but it's just like, yo, but if none of these things you can do, like, then I'm not the guy for you, you know,
have we seen the photos that he was like?
It was just random surfing photos.
Like, the thong photos, like her surfing in the.
Is that what it is?
It was. They weren't even like really like. I've seen worse thongs at a fucking church gathering. Suit. Like they're barely fucking thongs.
I think Keke Palmer was probably wearing something.
Dua Lipa wore something worse at the Barbie premiere.
Yeah, but if you're dating Dua Lipa, you can't fucking tell Dua Lipa, yo, don't go out there and wear these things.
I don't think you can tell any bitch that.
No, you can't tell
any female that.
Yes, any woman that, Dave. Any
Here
woman
I am, bigging bitches up.
I got you, bitch. Let me pick you down there. Let me get you. I got
you. You know,
I don't know. Yeah,
it's kind of I agree with most of what Dave is saying, but also kind of what Juac was talking about earlier in the Keke Palmer shit is like when you dating someone that is a big name, you got to know that
Jonah
or in a certain profession.
So
like you can't jump.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm saying from
you can't date a model and be like, yo, you can't be wearing.
I'm saying from the other perspective though, from the Jonah Hill perspective, right? Like, you got to know that, and I guess you know it's also on him. Like, why would you date this chick? She should also know that she goes out there and takes it. Again, I haven't seen these photos, so I have no idea the true context, but. If she's out there, you know, taking photos with a thong and a bunch of other like fit looking dudes on a beach or whatever, maybe not even the beach, maybe just in the studio or whatever it is, you just know that people are going to drag Jonah Hill over it, right?
I mean, but it also shows more about Jonah Hill's insecurity.
100%. Sure. But I think we are all aware that Jonah Hill is an insecure person, and he's been very public about it. He has a whole fucking documentary about his issues with mental health. Mm-hmm. So if you know that that's like a thing for him, like I get it. I don't think his text messages were appropriate. It's not the way, again, like we were going in the previous story, not the way that I would handle it. And probably not the best way of doing it. He didn't handle it publicly, but I still wouldn't, you know, send text messages and be all like berating in that way and make these demands like
they were very
follow the guidelines.
They probably don't even live. Don't even live in the same fucking place.
But still, just you can have a phone call over this.
That's true.
You can, you know, have a FaceTime.
That's your girl. You could just talk to her. You could go have some dinner and fucking talk it out.
Even if they don't live in the same place, you'll see each other soon because, like you said, that's his girl. So that would be the way that I would kind of lay it out, and I would also be like, listen, like, you know, like I get like you do what you do, but also like you got to be aware of who I am and what's gonna happen as far as repercussions. Based on what you do, like just realize this is a two-way thing that's happening here. You're no longer, you know, just a person out here doing what you want to do.
And that, yes, and that. So
I think the approach is 100% wrong.
In this situation, or in a lot of these situations, that's what, in my opinion, I look at that like and think. if I lay these things out for you, and sure, he shouldn't have put it in a do these things or it's over kind of way.
My man put bullet points or dashes he had like, follow these fucking guidelines or go fuck yourself.
Yeah. That's where he's tripping.
But it should have been a conversation, and it should have been hey, these things make me feel uncomfortable. And then from there, if the situation, if she knows this and still decides on, yo, I'm going to do what I do, fuck him, fuck his feelings, then it's a total, okay, well, then this relationship is over. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Same thing, because at the end of the day, it shows the level of respect that the person has for you when you explain, like, yo, these are the reasons why I feel this way. This is how I feel. And, you know, I just want to bring that to your attention. And, you know, I don't know if I can continue, or, you know, or at least bring it to the attention first before I start putting any kind of ultimatums.
Word.
And then from there, just be like, you know, if she starts to still do the things that you've already expressed are a concern for you or are making you feel, very Jonah Hill-ish, then you know, you can have that conversation on, yo, all right, well, that just shows the level of respect that you have for me and how I feel on this, and we can part ways. A lot of these situations now and I mean, we can't even blame the internet anymore, because I feel like it's kind of common sense now, right? Like, you got to stop handling this type of shit on text messages and fucking on Instagram and throwing your fucking feelings out into the world, because once you break up, your feelings are out of the fucking window. And they will keep those threads forever, bro. They will keep that shit. And once they find like it could help them in some way, because if anything, this is bringing more of a spotlight onto her.
Yeah, either she kept those for 2 years as screenshots, or she kept that thread for 2 years after my man was with someone else, had a baby. Like, if that's my ex, like, once you're with someone else, like, we're deleting that thread. Like, that's gone.
Sure.
So what was she thinking? Holding on to those. What was the end game there? But in that same vein, before we move on to something else, if the roles were reversed, she sent text messages to Jonah Hill. I don't want you acting with females anymore. That makes me uncomfortable. We would fucking laugh that off. This chick can't surf with dudes.
That's different, in my opinion. You can't act with another person, like that's
with a female. No, you can act with dudes, all the dudes you want.
How are you gonna avoid?
I'm comfortable around dudes. That's fine.
So you're telling me right now that surfing competitions are mixed within men and women?
There's going to be dudes there. Yeah.
I mean, like, there's always going to be dudes there.
Competitions. Like, there's going to be dudes. They're going to want pictures.
I don't think he was talking about
pictures with her. Like,
I don't think he was talking about competitions. I think he was talking about yo, when you're out there surfing, like
just chilling surfing.
Yeah, just chilling and shit. Like, you're just chilling with a bunch of random surfer
that might be able to teach you how to surf, or might be your friends from God knows who. Go fuck yourself. Get those dudes out of there.
Sure. I mean, it's obviously a very insecure statement.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's absolutely.
There's no defending.
I agree with
that. That's wild. That no one's
but
like,
let me tell you right now. Let me tell you right now. This is not the first instant that I've heard of insecure fucking statement, whether from a guy or a girl. We've all been in those relationships. We've all heard of those type of relationships where I knew a guy where when we were chilling back in the day, right? And you know, we were young, but still that doesn't excuse the shit, right? He was so fucking whooped that his girl would say, yo, this is pre-cell phone days, where if we were walking somewhere, he'd be like, oh shit, my girl just pays me, I gotta go. And he would just like walk off. And or if we were chilling, with random friends, he would walk off because his girl, even though there were no cameras, there were no anything, yo, my girl said I can't chill, I can't be around other girls, and would walk off fucking you know, and what would we do? Pussy.
Pussy.
But I mean, now it's like times 1,000. But at the end of the day, man, those people exist I think more often than not.
The people that enjoy being emotionally abused?
The people that like to think that they could fucking tell you what you could do and what you can't do.
And the people that do it is what's sadder.
And the people that do it.
And the people
I mean,
that
they exist. I don't think that doesn't excuse it in any way.
I'm not saying that I excuse it. I'm just saying that the shit
it's been around
that
for
it's
a long
not
time.
Sure.
It's not uncommon for that. I think it's more common than you know the guys and the girls that are just cool with you having a friend of the opposite sex.
Just treat your significant other with respect and don't leak any private messages. I
mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is. I mean, thankfully, this didn't end up in people, you know, like some sort of domestic abuse or anything like that. I don't think this should have been leaked. I think this was something in their relationship, and obviously, she for some reason, like you said, held on to that shit for 2 fucking years.
That's weird.
It must have really bothered her, I think.
It must have, because she said, like, part of the reason of her coming forward with this, she said she waited till after he had the baby. She didn't want to affect, you know, the mother is what she's like, specifically the mother's health with, you know, while carrying the child. She didn't want to be anything like that, so she waited till afterwards.
So these past 9 months,
and then dropped it.
So that accounts for about
after the
9
third
months.
trimester. Yes.
Why didn't you drop this shit like ASAP?
Yeah.
Y'all break up. Yo, I gotta let y'all know about this. Like, no, it's like
she said. Well, what she said was that, like, over time after breaking up with Jonah Hill, people would come up to her and they would talk to her like, "Oh, you dated Jonah Hill? Isn't he so awesome?" Like, they would be, you know, super pumped that she made. And she obviously had a terrible time, was emotionally abused by this dude, and was sick of it. Is what she said, which I get. I can understand that for sure. Like, people coming up to you like that. So I get it, but at the same time, like I said, I want to hear what Jonah says. Like, this, all of it's not cool. It all bums me out, to be honest.
I don't know. I guess this isn't big enough for me to, like, really be mad at Jonah Hill over it. Like, this is all relationship shit that has to do with them.
Jonah Hill movies. Or
no,
I
get you, but you're like saying that it like bums you out that he was emotionally abusive. I'm like,
no, it bums me out that this is the whole thing. That, like, this isn't something they could chat about. Like, it has to be drawn out. Scrutiny on her, scrutiny on him. Like, that's what
celebrities, bro. Because this is a conversation that is had by a shit ton of people, and nobody else will give a fuck. Like, oh, did he punch you? Did he like these text messages, in my opinion, like, he laid out some shit that was insensitive and said, like, yo, if you can't follow these things, then we're going to break up. All right, cool. We're going to break up then. All right.
Yeah, no, he's not doing any time.
Fine.
We get it. He's not going to jail, but was it the right thing to do? No, that's an asshole thing to do. You look like a dickhole.
I mean.
Yeah. There's no I mean on that. He looks like a dickhole.
I mean, in my opinion, nowadays, when celebrities look like dickholes, I actually, that's like par for the course. It's like, let me find out how, like, this dude is probably a dickhole in real life until I find out otherwise. And then when some dickhole shit comes out, I guess I'm just like, okay, yeah, I guess that tracks.
I try to assume positive intent, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Jonah Hill is definitely one of those dudes where I thought, oh, he seems like a cool dude. But also, the fact that he's coming out and he's, like, kind of a dick towards, like, a significant other, I can also see that.
It tracks, apparently.
Yeah, I can also see that.
As far as me looking at him as an actor, my opinion probably won't change.
No.
As far as me, like, if I had the chance, would I be boys with him? Probably not.
Yeah, it's like the James Franco thing. It's like,
yeah.
I think that's different, though. James Franco.
It's not that different.
No?
I don't think so.
I mean, wasn't James Franco grooming people?
No, there was a lot of rumors and bullshit about James Franco. We don't have concrete text messages.
Somehow, though, I feel like whatever James Franco was doing is worse than what Jonah Hill is doing.
Let the listeners decide.
We should be jumping into some Hollywood, but before we do that, is there anything else that's like...
No, hell no. I said, shit. I forgot we hadn't even talked about Deadpool yet.
We haven't even gotten to the Hollywood shit. So yeah, the biggest news right now. I forgot. Let's do the drops.
Hollywood.
That's what I hear. Some people like the drops, so we'll do the drops whenever, just to separate.
They clamor for the
They're
drops.
clamoring for the drops.
Damn.
So
The
biggest thing. The biggest news right now is the obvious, right? So Deadpool 3, a lot of things have been all over social media, right? It's been on Threads, Instagram, blah, 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 where a lot of set photos are being dropped for Deadpool 3, including the news that Jennifer Garner is returning as Elektra in Deadpool 3, which I could give a shit less about.
Elektra nachos.
Yeah, I completely forgot that Elektra was its own fucking movie. But there are a lot of rumors in that. And then after the set photo drops, makes more sense, right? So it's coinciding with some of the rumors that are out there. But the biggest fucking news to come from all of this, or the biggest set drops, is Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, donning the yellow OG suit, the Wolverine suit. Mm-hmm. And this shit looks fire. This shit looks fucking amazing.
That shit looks fucking amazing.
And from the set photos, it looks like they're fighting each other.
Oh, they're definitely fighting. You saw the wires, the photos with the wires of them doing the stunts and shit, where they're going to town, son.
Yo, it looks dope. And then and I thought that I was like, you know what? Like, that was a bit much. Like, I would have loved to have seen that come to fruition in the fucking movie, and that would have been great. But it was shared it was shared by the director, and then shared by Ryan Reynolds, and then shared by Hugh Jackman. So we know it's legit. We know that it's purpose. They want you to know about this.
This isn't anything crazy like that. This is just a little something. They want you to get a little taste, and I think that was.
They also confirmed the Jennifer Garner news as well.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like there's way more surprises in store.
There's got to be.
Yes.
There's got to be.
Yes.
And the set photos confirmed what the suspicion was surrounding the premise of the movie, which was, the comic books have, Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. They have Wolverine kills the Marvel universe. So the premise of the movie was supposedly Deadpool kills the Fox universe. And so the set photo that we saw with the giant fucking 20th Century Fox logo just like laying in the sand where they were fucking fighting, is just like, okay, so that's almost damn near confirmation right there that's what's going on.
Literally and figuratively what
Correct.
got to be happening. Or it was a long con and it was a fake. It was a fake, just a decoy, just to be like, because all those
spent all that money just for a decoy.
They've all been going around fucking. Evos has been, doing breakdowns on it and talking about it and shit. I think it would be really funny if that were the case, but it looks like that's what's going down. And
that could be like a fucking 15-minute scene.
Yeah, not even. It could be a fucking 20-second throwaway gag knowing Deadpool. You never.
That's kind of where I'm thinking.
Know.
That it's like,
if they're showing all of this, and these are
small part of what the movie is actually about.
Yeah,
Word.
Exactly. All of this, anything that
might happen in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
It could be like, you thought this was good, what the movie was gonna be like, huh? And then they fucking go into the full, like you don't
never know with all that meta shit.
Exactly, especially with Ryan Reynolds, bro. I don't trust Ryan Reynolds in a good way. Like I feel like he wouldn't let us down. he loves Deadpool as much as we love Deadpool. Like, he's gonna make it fuck, just like both Deadpools have fucked already.
Absolutely. And his suit looks a lot more red like the comic books too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that looks fucking awesome. I'm excited for it.
I can't fucking
a lot of
wait,
people,
man.
like, we had the conversation because I like to bring up different things
Next
on
May, right?
threads. Is it May? Yeah. Actually,
like
yeah.
something like that.
I like to bring up conversations on thread to have people talking and stuff because I was having a real life conversation with my boys on multiverse shit and stuff like that. And to me, this doesn't seem like it's a multiverse movie. I think it's only multiverse because if he is killing the Fox universe, then he has to go into that universe, and he's going to leave that and go into the MCU. So it has to deal with multiverse a little bit. I don't think it's going to be the full blown fucking multiverse shit that we've been seeing. I think they're going to do it in a creative way. And if he's killing off like all of these characters that we fucking know and love from the Fox universe, which tracks with Jennifer Garner and, possibly Ben Affleck as Daredevil coming back because that was Fox.
Yep.
All of that is Fox universe. So it all tracks, and they've already confirmed that, all of a bunch of the people from the other movies, from the sequels are coming. And, from the Deadpool sequels, the Deadpool movies that they're coming back. And that is the big, huh?
Even Brad Pitt is coming back?
No, not Brad.
Pitt's
He died.
dead, unfortunately.
He's dead, yeah. But I forget his name, but the dude with the mustache that he had no superpowers.
Rob Delaney.
Yes.
Rob Delaney, yeah. Rob Delaney will be
They
back.
confirm
Yes.
he's coming back.
Definitely coming back. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a lot of the good shit that we like that is coming back, and then there's the rumors that the original X-Men actors are all coming back and shit like that for this, but
I
we
heard
won't know until it happens.
Channing Tatum is Gambit.
Yeah, and
Rumors.
Channing Tatum is
all kinds
Gambit.
of wild shit that I'm trying not to pay attention to, but it's so fucking hard.
I mean, it's all there. It's all laid out.
It is.
But that's gonna be a normal rumor that I would expect.
Yeah.
Because he's been wanting to play Gambit
for
forever.
so long. It was in talks. I guess it was in the works. Like, he was super close, and then it fell
so
apart.
I'm not surprised about that fucking rumor. So it's like, it is what it is. But I can't wait to see what they actually like put together. It seems legit, that costume, seeing Wolverine in the yellow and blue.
The first time,
looks fucking
right? We've
legit.
never seen Hugh Jackman in the fucking
No. They've
the
never
yellow
done the
like
yellow.
that. Like, we've always clamored
suits.
for it. It's always
It
been
was
some
teased
bullshit.
in a deleted scene for the Wolverine, I want to say.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So, and the one that we always see that he opens up the briefcase and it has like the helmet and shit.
Yeah.
That was a deleted scene, and people have been
And is he like, no fucking way,
crying
I'm not wearing
over
that
it
shit or
since.
something like that? What is he?
What is he? What?
Isn't he like, I'm not wearing that shit? Like, he's not, like, when he opens up the
Yeah.
briefcase, he's not pumped about it.
And still, that doesn't the fact that this suit looks fucking awesome. People are still just like, but why does he have
nitpicking it.
sleeves?
Yeah.
It's like, let's take the wins, bro. Let's take the wins.
I guess they're terrible, right? Isn't that
What do you mean?
the sleeves on the...
It's just not accurate to like the animated
Oh,
shit.
terrible,
like,
you mean like can be torn
yeah,
off?
he could tear them off.
Oh,
if he wants
terrible.
to. That's
I thought
why
you
they
said
look
like they're
weird.
horrible.
No, not terrible, but that's a fair thing because it's the same fucking word. So I understand why you heard that. But no, terrible as in they can be torn off.
Possibly,
is what I saw was like tweeted or threaded.
He
or
might
whatever
he
we're
might
gonna
rip that
call
shit
it.
off, and then people would be fucking super fucking
Right.
amped about
Right.
it. But either way, to see him in that suit is
It's dope.
is awesome.
Yeah, that's
I
wild.
love it. It's I'm looking forward to it. It's probably that movie right there is going to break all those fucking records, MCU or not. Everyone's gonna go watch it.
I think that movie's gonna fuck all of
2024. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We also got some
especially
some more
since Avatar 3 ain't coming out in 24.
right.
It's gonna eat up all the money.
Yeah, I mean, everybody that's gonna go see that was gonna watch Avatar is now gonna go watch DeadPool. Otherwise,
I just mean in general, records in the box office for the year. Deadpool's gonna take it since Avatar got pushed back.
Facts.
Deadpool's gonna do what Guardians did, even more. I think
way
it's
more than
gonna do
Guardians.
Way more.
Guardians only. I don't even think it broke a bill.
No, I don't think it did.
I think
Which
Deadpool
that
could break a
is
bill.
on
Deadpool
streaming
3.
now.
It just hit streaming, but there's no revenue on that anymore because it's on. Well, I mean, I guess there is because you can rent it and download it. Pay for the download.
Amazon. Or something.
But it's I don't know. I don't think it's on Disney Plus yet. I think
not.
it's only on digital
Yeah, I think it's,
download.
video on
Yep.
demand somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know where.
So yeah, there is still money coming in, but that's small monies, I think.
They're limiting the
Used to
fuck
be
out of
big.
that shit.
But now I think it's small digital downloads compared.
So moving over to DC, we have this is actually hot off the press. Breaking news. So James Gunn added a few more people to the Superman Legacy cast.
Oh.
So Nathan Fillion is going to be Guy Gardner, which is one of the Green Lantern folks, and Isabella Merced is going to be Hawkgirl.
I don't know who
And
she is.
Eddie Gathagay, I'm butchering this name, is going to be Mr. Terrific. So these are just 3 new people added to that cast.
Mr. Terrific.
I mean, we know who Nathan Fillion is.
Yes, but who's Isabella Merced? What has she
I'm gonna
been in?
look it
Do
up.
we know? I could look it up real quick.
That's what I'm looking up. Isabella Merced. Oh wait, I must have. She was in the latest Transformers.
Oh, she was Dora
she
the
played
Explorer.
Dora the Explorer.
Okay. She's also
Transformers:
Madam
The
Web.
Last Night.
She's in Madam Web,
She was in Sicario, the sequel.
the second one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Transformers, The Last Night, and okay.
What are these
I'm just
noises?
because
you're
she's in
making?
Madam Web, which is like the Sonyverse,
Yes,
MCU,
yes.
but then also in the DCU. That's kind of weird.
That's true.
Oh, she's cute. Whatever. She's cool. What's she playing?
She is playing Hawkgirl.
Cool.
Yeah, I know.
This is how little I care about DC characters.
But that's on par for fucking James Gunn adding these obscure characters.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
you see, the thing with James Gunn adding obscure characters is that usually he makes it like funny that these characters are obscure and weird. And I just hope that
I'm not expecting
doesn't
anything
do that
different
with
from
this.
Superman Legacy, bro.
you think it's gonna be funny. You think it's gonna be like a Guardians or Peacemaker?
It'll have humor, an underlying humor thing. I feel like I just
That's
feel like
gonna
that's
be
James Gunn. Like
weird.
that's
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be in your face humor,
No.
but I think it's still gonna be there.
not Love and Thunder humor,
especially
for sure.
Not Love
especially
and Thunder, but
with
even
the.
like Suicide Squad level.
I mean, especially
just gonna
with.
be weird
I
for a
agree with you
Superman
on that,
movie.
though, Johnny. I agree with you on that. But with the casting of what's her name, Mrs. Maisel from Lois Lane, that means because she's gonna be like fucking super witty and
But that
Comical.
for me, Rachel Brosnahan tracks as Lois Lane. Like
It
I could
does,
see
it
her
does.
in any type of Superman approach, whether it's a semi-comedy or a Man of Steel serious movie. Rachel Brosnahan, I think, could play Lois Lane all day long, because that is the type of character that Lois Lane was, is that kind of witty, very quick talk, very fast response. I feel like that to me fully tracks. The dude that they picked to play, I can't even remember his name, but the dude that's playing Clark Kent / Superman doesn't seem like a comedic actor. Not that, you know, he usually picks comedy
David
actors or anything
Cornswet
to do this, but it doesn't seem that he's a I don't know. Regardless, at the end of the day, Superman's story being funny, it's just gonna be weird.
Yeah, and that was
I'm sure it'll land because, you know, in Gun We Trust, but still,
that was my
it's gonna be weird.
that was my thing.
I don't think it's going to be a
him.
comedy. I'm not going that far with it, but I mean, there can be humor in a movie without it being a comedy. Like Mad Men. Mad Men was a great drama series that had some very funny moments in it.
But that Mad Men is not James Gunn style.
No. I'm just saying, like, you can have drama and seriousness with underlying humor and not have the humor overtake it. Nobody thinks of Mad Men as a comedy series, but there's some very funny moments in Mad Men. So that's what I'm saying. It's possible to do both.
I would hope that that's the way that
and that's what
I
I think it'll be. I don't think he's going to go.
He does not have the track record, at least in comic book movies, of doing that, especially introducing a character like Hawk Girl.
Let's give him a DC.
I've said it from the beginning. I even though I am trusting in James Gunn, that was one of my worries, is that he's going to make this movie once he wrote it and then decided, oh, I love these characters, this world that I've built so much that I'm deciding on directing it. That was one of my worries, is like, oh, are you going to make it too funny? But in all honesty, if you really think about it, it hasn't been done with Superman, so it may work. But it could also very much bomb because people love Superman that much.
Like they revere Superman.
Yes, where it's going to, like, there being that kind of a change could really make them fucking hate this character or this movie that you just created because you changed them so much. So it's a very fine line. But
like
if anyone can do it,
Gunn very much.
I mean, we're being realistic on there, bro. I don't follow anything fucking blindly. My hopes are high with this. I'll be honest with you with there, but I will be lying if I tell you that I don't have like any reservations, because I'm gonna blindly just assume that James Gunn is gonna knock this out of the park. I think he will knock it out of the park, but my point is not in what he can produce. My point lies in reception, in consumer reception.
Yeah.
If it is way too funny and it's not just the right amount, the people that love the character will fucking absolutely hate this and it will bomb. But if he does it the correct way, it could fly into the area of, we've never seen this in Superman, so we fuck with it really hard. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. And it's a fine line, and it can go either way. And we may fuck with it very hard. We may love it, but as a majority, it has a chance that the majority of people aren't gonna fuck with it because it's just swaying too much to a side where it makes it feel like it's different from the character that you know and love.
But I don't really know the character very well, and I have no particular love for Superman, so like this is a blank canvas for me and probably for you. The majority of people that aren't massive Superman nerds, which are most people. We just want to see a good.
I don't agree with that at all.
Movie.
Most people, you think, are not familiar with Superman?
No, I think most people aren't Superman nerds to the point where they're going to be like, that's not what Superman would do.
It's worse than that.
I don't think they need to be Superman nerds. I just think they need to be people that watched the original Superman movies with Christopher Reeve, and that's Superman to them. and there's a shit ton of people that know that as Superman.
Like boomers?
It's like all the people that clamor about fucking what's his name?
That's
as
boomer
Batman.
Superman. Nobody considers Christopher Reeves as Superman other than pretty much boomers.
I think you are completely incorrect on
Come
that.
on, you guys think when I say Superman, you guys think Christopher Reeve? Really?
Now after Henry Cavill,
After all the fucking
think Henry
Superman
Cavill.
shit we've seen, you guys still
After
Christopher Reeve. Come
after
on.
Henry Cavill, no, I think Henry
I guess I'm a
Cavill.
boomer.
Okay,
But
that's what
prior
I'm
to
saying.
Henry
Cavill's been
Cavill,
Superman for a
Christopher
minute.
Reeves.
No one's thinking Christopher Reeve as Superman
Only been
anymore,
Superman
dog.
for 10 years.
Older people still fucking
Right,
think
boomers.
of Michael fucking Keaton as fucking Batman because he was Batman in '89.
No, but like I guess our age and maybe a little bit older, but like to most people, Michael Keaton is not like we're older than you're thinking, dog. People don't think Michael Keaton when they think Batman. If you go on TikTok and you post something about Batman, people aren't going to come at you with
I
Michael
don't.
Keaton, son.
I don't immediately
yes,
think
they
Michael
do.
Keaton for Batman.
Nobody does anymore.
I do get nostalgic for Michael Keaton
Absolutely.
as Batman.
Absolutely.
But I honestly, both of those characters, less Batman than Superman, have not been on the screen enough for me to like really say this person is the epitomal version of Superman. It's mostly been animated stuff that I've seen both of them in. A lot more, and that's kind of who I'm always kind of comparing to. Like, how close are you to the Batman animated series? How close are you to the
That's a
WB
weird
animation
comparison.
movies?
That's a weird comparison.
Either way, my comparison isn't necessarily Christopher Reeves. My comparison is everything that we've seen that has to do with fucking Superman, which is the animated series, which is Christopher Reeves. Everything that came after that, because the dude before Henry Cavill was pretty much, they said it was the sequel to the fucking Christopher Reeves movie. So
yeah, Brandon.
whatever.
Brandon Roof.
If you even want to throw that in there, fucking Smallville, like all of that shit,
That's true too.
That is.
all of that
Smallville,
shit,
Lois and
none of
Clark.
it,
That could
none
be
of it
Superman to
has
a lot of people.
The
none
new,
of it
CW
has
series.
comedy attached to it, and that's my point.
100%. Superman
And
has
that
always,
is the
I can't
problem.
even remember how many jokes Superman has ever cracked in the animated versions, right? Like he's always just been a very serious dude.
Sure, he
Right.
is. But that's why people around him, there needs to be levity. It just can't be.
And that's where I'm saying, like, that's the fine line, because
the fine
James
line,
Gunn, the movies that he's popular for, as far as the DC universe, right? These were obscure characters that no one really fucking knew anything about, right? There may be some nerds that really, that knew how these characters behave.
So he could take liberties, and he doesn't have those liberties. With Superman.
Peacemaker,
Word. He
any
got
of the
liberties
fucking
with Hawk Girl,
Suicide
'cause I don't know
Squad.
who the fuck Hawk Girl is.
He has liberties with all of these, but Superman, he has to get right.
Yeah.
Because people will fucking come out of the fucking woodwork to talk shit. Because especially now that they're all fucking crying over fucking Henry Cavill. So this next Superman is definitely gonna be under a fucking microscope because of all that shit. So that's why I'm saying, like, I'm not thinking that he's not gonna produce a movie that fucks. It's does your average moviegoer, when they go to watch this movie and the critics and all of that shit, like, will they fucking love what he does with the character that these people assume that they know and love? And that's the fine line. And that's where I'm like,
that goes for any comic book movie, really, though. Like when you're taking on
Sure,
something
sure.
like that, some property that means a fuck of a lot.
but it's
to
a lot
different
easier when you're
people.
taking these characters that nobody knows.
Yeah, you're fucking calendar mans. Who the fuck?
Yep.
Yeah, do whatever the fuck you want with him. Great. Yeah,
Yep.
no, Superman's a different beast, 100%. But
Yep.
I
So,
feel like
and
he
that's my
can
point.
strike that balance. He can read the room. He knows
think
how to
so,
write
too.
a script. It'll be okay.
I assume that too. So I'm looking forward to it. It's just We just won't know until it actually.
It's going to be a minute too. Doesn't that drop like a long time from now?
Yeah, Superman Legacy.
I think it's 25.
25. Jesus Christ.
I mean, we always say that shit.
I know, but this seems especially long because it's 2023.
Bro, it's a year and a half away. Maybe 2 years if it drops in the
2025. Yeah, that's about 2 years. When does it drop into 2025? Does it say, or does it just give a year?
July. So we have 2 years.
That's 2 years. That seems like a long fucking time.
Word.
It seems like a long fucking time.
We'll
but we're
DeadPool
already
first. We're good.
We're already halfway through 2023, dude. Like we just got into this year and it's already almost over. So
that's facts. That's facts.
It's crazy. Let's see. Oh yeah. Some more talk on a fucking possible Schumacher cut. So apparently, for Batman Forever, there is a one of the writers came out and said that there is a cut of it, and it's not Schumacher. It's one of the writers came out and said that there's a dark version of this movie and that it is so much better than the one that was released and that it needs to be released.
Did you say this was called the Schumacher cut?
Yes.
Is that what this is? Hashtag Schumacher cut?
It's Batman Forever's darker Schumacher cut.
Ooh.
And that
is there any
should
specifics? Do they
released.
say like is it violent? Is there sexual content? Like what should I expect from the Schumacher cut?
Well, the writer came out and said, I saw the Schumacher cut recently, and it's funny because there's been a swell on the internet for it, and I stay out of it mostly, although it's got about 35% more psychological realism in it. You know, it's really more about guilt and shame. So it's like it's supposed to be darker, a little bit more grounded than what we came. Than what we got with with Forever.
Was this the Arnold Schwarzenegger one with Mr. Freeze? Which I'm just trying to
Forever
which
is
shitty one. Was it Val Kilmer? Was it Clooney?
That's Forever is Forever is
Val
not
Kilmer.
with Clooney.
It's the one with Jim Carrey
But it is Jim Carrey and Arnold Schwarzenegger
and Two-Face
and Tommy Lee Jones.
So is that the Val Kilmer one?
Yes.
Oof. I can't imagine there being a good cut of that movie.
I'm not listening to anything they got to say about this.
There's no fucking way. No fucking way. They can make it black and white, yellow and purple. It doesn't fucking matter. This is going to blow. The Schumacher cut. Get the fuck out of my face with your Schumacher cuts.
Hey, if it drops, I'm watching it.
If it ended up on a Plex somewhere, you know, I was hard up for something to watch. I had enough edibles in me. I guess I would take a peek at the Schumacher cut. But yeah, no, that time has way passed. There's no rhyme or reason for that, Joel. I hope you're doing other things and not worrying about this.
Joel is dead.
Cut. Oh my God! Really?
Joel Schumacher died in 2020.
2020. Okay, so that's okay. That's okay to not know that. We've had a long 3 years. What did he die from? COVID?
I think we actually reported that he died.
Yes, we did.
Stop it! No way.
Yeah, we talked about that for sure.
What did he die from? We talked about it.
On what? I can't remember. That was 3 years ago, but still.
Oh, we don't fucking pay attention. Yeah, exactly. Joel Schumacher.
What's wrong with Joel Schumacher?
Nothing. I just want to know how the fuck he died.
I mean, I don't know that he's done anything.
He's like, I just don't want to see anything that has to do with. He died of cancer.
Oh, that's terrible. That's a terrible thing to die of.
Yeah, that is.
2020. Is there another Schumacher? Does he have a brother? Are they like the Coens? I don't feel better. No, I'm upset. We lost.
Will you watch his movie now?
A gem.
A gem.
He was a gem.
He sure was. But Val Kilmer Batman was a gem.
It was good. That was one of the better Batman movies.
What are you talking about? There's been 30 better Batman movies since then. I know you're fucking around.
Yeah. No, I mean, if we really want to talk about it, his better movies are The Lost Boys.
Yeah.
The Client, Falling Down.
Falling Down. Falling Down was the Joel Schumacher joint.
Yeah.
Yo,
A
Falling
Time to
Down
Kill.
is my shit. I don't give a fuck about any of those other movies.
8mm was good.
Oh, 8mm was good. James Gandolfini.
Yeah.
Porno.
The number 23 was odd, but that's more Jim Carrey.
I don't really remember that. But damn, Falling Down.
Jim Carrey.
Oh, wait, Kevin Smith hosted a screening of this?
What'd you say?
Kevin Smith hosted a screening?
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, but Kevin Smith says he has a copy of the Schumacher cut and hosted a screening.
Nice.
Damn.
And that's probably where the writer came out and said, I saw this. And I think that this needs to be out in the world.
Why would Kevin Smith advocate for it? He has a podcast and shit. Where the fuck is he?
I mean, if it's a good cut.
He's never one to keep quiet about anything.
Okay, so somebody says, I'm looking at a Twitter response. They said, it's not like the Zack Snyder Justice League, but it cuts a couple scenes that I hated in the theatrical version and added a lot more to the opening. Fleshed out Bruce, which is already one of the movie's strong suits. It's a superior cut of the movie. But I mean,
superior cut of
mean?
what, though? What are we talking about here?
They're saying that this is the falling down of Batman movies.
Stop it. They're not saying that.
No,
You're not going to get me to watch it because
no one has said
that. You almost had me for a second.
I'd watch that over Batman and Robin, any kind of cut for Batman.
The falling down cut? Yeah. Hashtag release the falling down cut.
Yeah, Falling Down was great.
Falling Down was my
shit. The screening was apparently so top secret, attendings had to have a ticket for a different event to even get a seat. The July 1st screening was held after a marathon of all 6 episodes of the Clerks animated series.
Oof,
they did not advertise, they didn't charge, so they can get around any potential legal problems since he didn't get approval from Warner Brothers to screen it. It's expected there's going to be another screening next month in July.
Where?
I don't know. I just found out recently that Kevin Smith has a theater in on the Jersey Shore, I think it is, or in the Jersey Shore area, Smod Castle Cinemas.
That makes sense.
Sounds like
I'm
Kevin Smith
guessing it's there. Yeah, in New Jersey. Yeah.
Nice.
At his home state, Smod Castle Cinemas. Yeah, a friend of mine actually just went to go see something there. I guess they do like old horror movies like once a month or every so. So he went to go see the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre nice. At that Kevin Smith theater.
Nice.
Not only do you have to sit through a darker version of the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever, but you also have to sit through a shitty Clerks animated series.
Yeah, you gotta watch 6 episodes of Clerks animated.
like 15-minute Doug episodes where they're just half.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I'm good on that, but if it does come out, I will watch it. Though.
Yeah, I mean, if it were on, like I said, if it were on a Plex, there's not much I wouldn't watch on a Plex.
Right. I'll give it a shot.
I'm pretty.
Is that where Kiss from a Rose comes from, or is that Batman and Robin?
I think that's Batman and Robin. I feel like that's the Clooney. That's the Clooney one.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. That one was really shitty because he had like the.
I thought Kiss from a Rose was like Batman Forever. No, I mean Batman Returns.
No. It was more 90s than that.
Batman Returns was 90s.
Yeah, no, it was like Batman, 91 or 90, but like this had more of a mid-90s feel.
Batman
Forever. It was Batman Forever?
Kiss from a Rose?
Yep.
Wait. Which Batman? Oh, I'm thinking Batman
Forever,
Returns.
the one that we're talking about.
I'm thinking Batman Returns. I was thinking fucking
that's
the
what
second
I said,
Tim
but
Burton.
I'm wrong.
No, yeah, Jonni tried to say that he thought it was from Batman.
It was that one,
yeah,
but it is forever.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, so 95.
95, yeah, that's perfect 90s-ish.
I thought I remembered the George Clooney shitty fucking silver and black Batman suit.
George Clooney was the one that had the bat card, right?
Yes. Yeah, and the bat nipples.
Yeah, definitely.
And the bat nipples.
Yep.
Had to have the nipples.
Gotta.
That was the scene when they're out in the world during the winter and they're fucking wearing the skates doing basketball.
I thought they were like rollerblading. They had rollerblades on.
Yeah,
that was still Schumacher, by the way. He also directed that movie.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
For
yes.
sure. That's why we're not hopeful about the Schumacher
nobody's
cut.
they're not talking. If they said Batman and Robin, there was a Schumacher cut of Batman and Robin, I wouldn't even know. We're not even talking about this.
And I'm gonna entertain it.
I can't even remember who was the like villain in that movie.
That was
that
Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze, and Poison Ivy, and Bane. Oh. Everybody, chill.
Why did I feel like Schwarzenegger and the Riddler were in the same movie?
Yeah.
No. It was
like
Tommy Lee Jones and the Riddler.
They're all blending together.
Only two. Okay.
They're all blending together. I don't know. It's tough.
Both of those movies they could be just one long 3.5 hour movie.
100%.
Wouldn't even
That's how I grouped them in my head, honestly.
You could literally just cut scenes from both movies and splice them together.
Make it like a Kill Bill.
And I wouldn't
just
notice.
Yeah, nobody would.
Oh, God. Anyways, we've been talking about this for way too long. As much as we've been talking about Hollywood movies coming out next year, there may not be if they go on strike tomorrow night.
That's true. And I don't see them not going on strike tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Yeah, we're going to have no news for quite some time.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's why they're getting all these fucking Deadpool
trailers
3
out,
filmings
all the trailers
in.
and shit that have been dropping. The
Willy
trailer.
Wonka. Yeah. Ahsoka looks fucking fire.
Yep.
Willy Wonka looks fire. Yeah. But those movies are done, so
right.
we will still get those. But everything that's filming today will just we have to stop.
Yep. If you were an actor, you got to look at that as kind of like a little vacation, though, like a snow day almost. Like you got to be pumped because I feel like they don't really get to stop.
Yeah, a little vacation. Yeah. I mean, yes and no. I think like in the middle of filming.
Yeah, that's
like
tough.
to get out of the role, and then having to come back in whenever this fucking comes
Especially
back.
If you're a Daniel Day-Lewis type that has to fucking stay in character, that's going to be a rough few months.
Oh, that's going to be more rough on his wife. Depending on the role.
It's going to be Bill the Butcher at home.
Yeah, exactly. Wearing the glass eye. Why are you still wearing that? Anyway.
Why do you keep tapping your eye, Dan?
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding. Like, all right, enough. Put the kids to bed. They need to fucking bath.
A fucking butter knife.
Right.
Ding, ding, ding.
We get it. It was 17 years ago, Dan.
You're a fucking amazing actor. Now fucking get back.
He's still doing the Bill the Butcher
do what
thing.
The fuck I asked you to do. Oh, shit.
That's ridiculous.
Horrible. Oh, shit. Yeah.
I don't have anything else to add to this stellar episode. How about you, Johnny?
That's the end. Y'all fucking with anything new?
Actually, I feel like Hijack. We haven't talked
and
about
here we
Hijack.
go. No, just kidding.
I was like, no, I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just 3 episodes out. I think another one tonight. I'm going to fuck with it super hard.
Yes.
Idris
I am up to date with you on that.
Nice.
So.
I have not started Hijack. I am on Righteous Gemstones season 3. I think maybe.
Really? I've thought about that. Is it funny? Is that a really?
I fucking love Righteous Gemstones.
No shit.
Oh my
You've been
God.
watching that forever now?
Since it started, yeah.
And you never
part of it is
thought
because
to bring it up.
I don't.
I've heard
Danny
a lot
McBride.
of good things about it.
Yeah, part of the attraction to me is just the fact that they're drilling on mega church pastors that I have tons of experience with.
That's true.
A lot of it is exaggeratedly accurate.
Yeah.
But you can I can pull threads back to real lived experiences, either from my time as a pastor's kid, or my time working at a church, or
Right.
working at a different church, or just seeing things at other churches. So there's a ton of that. And just, the hypocrisy of the whole thing is hilarious. And then, Danny McBride humor.
Yeah.
It's
Adam Devine.
Adam
Very,
Devine.
Very funny.
He's,
Walton Goggins.
Honestly, I've never been a
is very
huge
funny.
Adam Devine fan, but I think he's grown on me through this show.
Really? I was a big Workaholics guy.
Yeah, I wasn't, and I always
that's
thought it was a
unfortunate.
little
Yeah,
too
I wasn't
silly
a fan of Workaholics.
for me. Yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't huge on it, but
Mr. Fancy Johnny. Too good for Workaholics.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Workaholics.
I must be white boy shit.
It is.
Wes Anderson,
definitely.
Workaholics. We get it. It's for the
definitely
white folks.
super white
Workaholics, same shit with Trailer Park Boys or whatever.
Oh,
the
I
fuck
didn't
that
like
shit
Trailer
is.
Park Boys.
Yeah.
No, I don't fuck with that.
That's on the next.
That's
level of
Canadian.
white
No,
boy
that's
shit.
different. That's Canadian. That doesn't.
Gotcha,
You can't lump that in.
for sure. Yeah, that's all I'm on. Gemstones. I've been watching that.
Gemstones. I was thinking about checking it out. Maybe.
Yeah,
I'll
and
give it a shot.
I'm.
It's pretty funny.
We're finishing up the crowded room.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be honest. Like at first, because I felt like they were trying to hide the fact that there's like multiple personality situation going on.
Yeah.
But it was so obvious that it kind of.
I saw it in the trailer.
It kind of threw me off. And made me feel like, oh, this is kind of cheesy.
Ash has been watching
because
that.
it's like
She said that after the first episode. I haven't watched it with her. That's her show that she's been watching on her own. And she's like, I
it's
feel
good.
like he has multiple personalities. And I was like, oh, they must have telegraphed it in the first episode.
Yeah, they like it
They
makes it
definitely-
very obvious.
They telegraphed it in the trailer.
But that's
And
what
then
I'm saying.
The name
but,
of the show is The Crowded Room.
Correct,
So that's what I was
correct.
His hat is the crowded room.
Yeah, I
with
was
lots
like,
of
this is
people
so
in it.
fucking obvious. I hope this is not like the tease of
Right,
the show.
it can't
but
be.
that's
There's
my
no-
point. It's like
But it's just like
they're
Silo. They changed it up.
in the first few episodes. It makes it seem like
That's the twist.
that's the twist that we're heading towards, but you know it like right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a sense, they just haven't said it.
Yeah.
But you're watching this as if yes, he has split personality, even though like everything is acted out as if he didn't.
Yeah.
So it's so that could be a little bit off-putting if you don't know that was the intention. If you are assuming like this is supposed to be the twist and I'm in on it and this just threw me out of it. But we just saw like we're caught up to the latest episode that dropped. I think it's episode 6, and I'm intrigued as to because like things just start
Different things.
different things start coming up, and it's just his range is definitely Tom Holland's range is actually really dope.
I'm willing to give that. That'll definitely be a Johnny only show, but I'm willing to give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a shot. Give it that 3 episode, and then But so far, like now, we're just like, oh, now I really want to know like what's going on. Where is this like really going?
Okay.
And it's very intriguing. So we're there. Yeah, we're caught up on Hijack. We're caught up on damn near everything right now.
Nice.
So
Good time.
I know.
Good time in the household.
Yeah, until the next 3 things come out on the same day, and it's like, fuck, which one do we watch? And I think Platonic's last episode should be dropping. The final episode of that. So
Cool.
if you haven't seen Platonic, it's funny. Give it a shot. It's
Platonic
half an
is
hour
great.
episodes. But anyway, that's all I'm fucking with. So that's all y'all got, right?
Yep.
All right. Guys, thank you for making it this far into the episode. If you have gotten to this point, you really love us. And you know what? We love you for it. So we appreciate you. Remember to rate, review, subscribe to the podcast wherever you are listening or watching. hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate you. Go to insensitivemerch.com and cop some gear. Stay drippy with Drippy. Jonni, I see you're wearing the Batman shirt, which is, yes, sir. I love that shirt. So if you want to cop some stuff like that, please do. Until then, we'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.